It's the #1 game in the Rio Grande Valley tonight. We are live from Weslaco, Texas, Bobby Lackey Stadium, Texas National Bank Field. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison, and it's the battle for the top spot in District 31 6A. Both teams 5-2 overall, 2-0 in district. It's the Weslaco Panthers hosting the PSJA Bears. And now with more, let's go to the sidelines and Jada Real.
Get the back, get out of the back.
Thank you, Scott. Welcome to tonight's game. Tonight, the Panthers and the Bears come in at a 5-2 on the season and stand 2-0 in district, meaning that tonight, one team's winning streak is coming to an end. With this in mind, Coach Stroman said that in order for the Panthers to be successful, that they must execute their game plan early on, saying that he knows that phase 1 is not enough, but that in fact all 3 phases are required for the Panthers to be efficient. He said the Bears come in with a specialized offense, that their defense is quite physical, and that in fact their special teams is a force to be reckoned with, but that he knows indeed the Panthers can keep up. We'll let you know how they perform. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you very much, Jada. We'll hear more from her later. Roy Stroyman, #1 coach around here.
Yeah.
Weslaco Panthers coach for the last 6 years. And of course, for 7 years, Lupe Rodriguez, a legend here in the Valley. Football Fred, more on this game.
I'm still watching the Walk of Champions, folks. This is something that the folks, the parents, the dads especially, as they walked with their athlete sons, this is something that has been instituted here in Weslaco for some time now. Coach Stroman said this is very important to the program. And instead of running out like they usually do out of the big inflatable W, they decided today it's the Walk of Champions. It's your Panthers walking out with their dads. An emotional, a special moment, no doubt, for all the Panther fans.
This is emotion on the field right now. More emotion coming up in a moment.
Yeah.
And very interesting, we see the young cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
Very interesting. Not often, except during redistricting, do you see 2 defending district champs from last year right now in the same division taking on each other. Of course, last year, PSJA, the Bears, they were the champs of 31 6A. Right. Weslaco, the champs of 32 6A. There's Coach Stroman and a lot of returnees. Hey, they've got a wide receiver that had over 1,000 yards last year in receptions. That's Ryan Vallejo. Yeah. And also, you've got a rusher, Jorge Alanis, who had 1,000 yards rushing last season. This is going to be quite a matchup.
Yeah, it is. Coach Stroman, I don't know how he's so calm. I'm shivering in my boots today. You know, it's one of these games where you said it. 2 champions, one in each respective district, play each other, and they are on a hot streak. All these teams have not lost. It's been a while since they've lost.
Yes.
Out for grabs tonight, let's be honest. You get to sit in the chair of the district championship. You get to at least start sitting in it already if you're a big winner tonight.
And what a week last year for Frankie, or last week I should say, for Frankie Trevino. He rushed for 5 touchdowns, threw for another. It was an incredible week for him. And what a quarterback also for the opposition tonight. He can really throw the ball around. And I'll tell you what, last week he threw for 421 yards. We're talking about Miles Lopez.
Ball's gonna drop. Alanis is gonna go out of bounds.
So Weslaco won the toss, and they decided to defer. And now let's see some of the starters for Weslaco.
Alexander Jimenez,
Chris Luna,
Christian Jimenez, Jacob Inosa, Mateo Gomez,
Jacob Villa,
Nicholas Ramirez, William Cannon, Ryan Gonzalez.
Mental health and well-being begins with Dr. Daniel Lozano, former athlete and proud alum of Weslaco ISD.
Our KWES crew doing a great job, as always, behind the scenes. Miles Lopez has already thrown for over 2,200 yards. Last year, you see number 10. He was at Vela, threw for 1,200, but a different kind of offense this year, right?
Very
Fred?
much so. A much more pass-oriented. Last year with Vela, a more run-oriented offense. So you see the numbers, but again, what an athlete. We're going to talk about him quite a bit, number 10, and the backfield, number 22 as well, Jorge Lanisa. We'll be talking about them all night long. Folks, you better buckle in. That's going to be fun.
And they've got 3 receivers that could be all district.
Wait a minute. They're telling everybody.
PSJA. Their first time out of the house.
They want to talk about it already? Well, you know, expect the unexpected. Coach Stroman said one of those things, we'll start by talking about that. He said, look, we're going to have an opportunity to expect the unexpected. They just did first play, timeout.
And let's look at some of these Bears from last year, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't even mentioned Emilio Fraga yet. He had 792 yards and receptions, 9 touchdowns. All this is last year. These guys are back. Caleb Solis, he had 37 receptions for 495 yards, 5 touchdowns. Viejo, last year, 65 catches, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. And Alanis, 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns. So these are just last year's numbers. When do we get to this year's numbers? 1st and 10, about the 12, and we are going to see a quick run down to about the 15.
Now, one of the things we're going to point out quickly, and let's talk about it, the offensive line. Why is it that they look and come up with nice tackle there by number 24? That's Ray Castro. He's been all over the field. We'll talk about him. Look at the offensive line, how spaced out they are. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we want to hear about that. And it's a little bit of an honor to the late Mike Leach,
right.
former Texas Tech and what was it, Mississippi State head
Mississippi
coach.
State, yeah.
All right, so it is going to be 2nd down and 8. And this time, another delayed handoff, and going nowhere is Alanis. Big loss.
Yeah, Hinojosa, he is going to be active all night tonight. Jacob Hinojosa, watch him come up. So what happens is it's easy to explain it. Here comes the handoff to Alanis, and he's going to be swallowed up by number 54. Big Panther paws on him. They're going to spread you out, and they're hoping that you don't know how to handle that. What's it going to say? We're going to fill in the gaps. They're open wide. They're not close together like the regular offensive linemen. You see them? They're not even touching each other. They're open wide here.
Loss of 4 on the play, 3rd and 12. A passing play, we're going to see a lot of that. And that goes down to about the 20-yard line. Was that caught?
No.
I thought not.
That was a hit by number 2, Luna. My goodness, we're going to see this on the replay, and it was intended to Emiliano Fraga. Watch Lopez roll out to his left, throws it out, watch this hit, boom, right there, and they had to be physical. Coaches were calling for using the head. I don't know if they're going to call it. I don't see a flag, but a player's down. We don't want to see that ever. It was a good football play, but that's the last thing we want to see. But now Fraga was just hit right at as soon as he got the ball. Again, I don't see a flag. I'm looking around to see if the coaches on the PSJA side were asking for it.
Fraga, by the way, 42 catches this season for 320 yards and a touchdown. Last week, 6 catches for 54 yards and a score. And you were talking a little bit about Mike Leach's offense. Yeah. What's it called? Stroman was telling us what, Texas Tech?
Texas Tech. And this goes basically what it is they're open wide and they make you kind of figure out where they're going to go through. And it's hard to figure out because you don't know obviously where the ball's coming through. But then you have to kind of guess. And coaches, we're not going to guess. We're going to hit the gaps. We're going to attack that. And one of the other things that coach wanted to talk about, physicality. Lots of it. We saw it on that play. Hopefully Fraga's okay. But the coach said we've got to come up and be physical. This has to be a physical game. And so far, we've seen that.
Cody Longora is the punter, averaging over 36 yards a punt. But punting is only a very small part of his game. What was he, the MVP Defensive Player of the Year last year at linebacker in 31-6A?
Yeah, we'll see him on defense in a minute. You wait and see. He's the heart and soul of this Bear unit.
Kicks from his own end zone. And it's going to go near midfield, and That, I believe, was
for a catch.
Yeah, Ryan
Gonzalez. Yeah, good catch. So Weslaco will start here. So first punch literally delivered. Big hit by number 2.
Right.
That is, we've talked about him all night, Chris Luna. Now, Chris Luna, it's interesting. We're going to keep an eye on him. He was playing defense, but he also plays offense. I wonder if he's going to be on offense.
Yeah, on offense, he's caught 36 catches for 610 yards and 7 touchdowns. Also rushed 13 times for 38 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he has contributed 10 touchdowns. Frankie Trevino at quarterback, and he is going to hand off to David Garcia, but a whistle.
Yeah, false start here early for Weslaco. So they're going to back him up a little bit. This is going to be a matchup. We'll wait the official give us the official word on what they want to do, even though we kind of already told you. We kind of spoiled it already.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Frankie Trevino on the season, 61 passes, complete out of 103 for over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions.
This offensive line feels they can run on the Bear defense. We're going to find out really early if that's the case. They gave up some yards.
Back at the 45, their own 45, David Garcia on the run. He is going to pick up about 5 yards on that particular play.
Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, picking up the penalty yardage. And they're going to try to run it. It's not a secret. Matter of fact, interesting stat. On the only 2 losses, and we'll see did you see those shoes by Frankie? That's starting to catch on. I want to do that to my shoes next week. They're bedazzles. He said it lasted all night putting them together.
2nd down and 10 at midfield.
Bedazzled shoes.
That's right. All right. And we'll have another play here in a second. Garcia, by the way, has rushed for 540 yards and 7 touchdowns. And this time, another running play, only going to get about a yard.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, number 3, Cody Longoria. He's one of these guys that is just a great linebacker. You mentioned his accolades from last year.
Yeah.
He continues it with this year. He's one of these guys that's going to come up and make all sorts of 85 tackles. Are you kidding? Sacks, 2.5 sacks, hurries, all sorts of things, right? I mean,
well, tackles for loss, almost 10. And
that was another one there.
6 hurries and 2 forced fumbles.
Yeah, so they have stout players on defense as well. Not just on offense, they do it on defense. Weslaco with a 3rd down and 10 here.
Garcia on that last run. 3rd down and 10, not getting much. We see Trevino wearing number 0.
Timeout.
Yep. All right. Now, while we have this timeout,
their first timeout of the half.
Let's talk about how Trevino can rush the ball. He has 14 rushes last week for 156 yards, long of 58, 5 touchdowns, averaged over 11 yards a carry last week. For the season, he has rushed the ball 89 times for 569 yards, 10 touchdowns, and again, he's averaging over 6 yards a carry, 81 yards a game. Talk about Trevino being a 2-prong attack.
Yeah, well, first of all, let's look at the guy in the middle there, the animated coach. That's Coach right there, Joe Pena. Nobody can hear a word he's saying. He just lets the people back home. He has no voice. There's Frankie. He has really turned out to be a dual threat quarterback. Not just passing, but he can run it. Matter of fact, don't be surprised tonight if that might be the deciding factor on this offense. The running game for him.
Yeah, the poor coach. He couldn't speak at all. We need to bring him some lozenges.
Something.
All right, 3rd and 10. Back to passes Trevino, and he is going to be planted. No, it gets a little away, but still is going to lose a yard or 2.
Yeah, it looks like PSJA recovered. Doesn't matter. It's 4th down.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to call it 4th down.
All right.
It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter a little because, to be honest with you, watch this. And this young man will also be talked about is Jayden James, number 99.
Yeah, one of their best defensive players besides Longoria.
Off the edge. We're going to see the replay. Hopefully we will. Maybe not. But number 99, he comes off the right side and he hits Frankie on the pass play, fumbled the ball. Panthers got it back, and they're going to have a chance at least to punt.
James, 40 tackles this year, 8.5 sacks, 1.5 hurries, so he's had quite a season.
Yeah, he has, and you saw it there, his impact early on. They're going to have to maybe take a look at him and see if they can focus. The ball's going to go out of bounds around the 20.
All right, so again, we'll see the second possession of PSJA, which amazing. Can you imagine a quarterback already, what, after 7 games,
Right.
having, what, about 2,200 yards passing?
So Weslaco will counter back and forth. I think this is going to be a chess match. Again, I don't know much about chess. Maybe you do. But I do play checkers, and sometimes you've got to anticipate the move. I think that's what Weslaco is going to have to do on this offensive line and how they protect. So far, no running game, but I'm sure that they might want to try to do that here at the Bears will.
And you saw Miles Lopez again, number 10. He has gone all the way at quarterback. We'll talk about his potential backup if they needed him tonight. And again, Lopez is going to get caught from behind. He is sacked.
Yeah, there is William Cannon, the senior, coming up. Part of what we're calling the cheetah package. What is a cheetah package? Watch this. Your fastest defensive end comes as fast as possible, cuts the edge, and makes a tackle. Coach said we're going to pressure number 10 all night long. He can't stay there very far.
So a loss of 4 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 14. Ball back around the 17-yard line in the territory of the Bears. They're moving toward the north, toward the scoreboard. It's going to be a pass play. It's going to be good to about the 26-yard line. And in on that particular play, it is Fraga who got shaken up. Emiliano Fraga gets the pass.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that's going to play a lot of the flat. What does that mean? He's just going to come out, loop out, and going to give him a valve, an escape valve, if you would. And coming up, they're going to hit him. Remember we talked about, that's Ryan Gonzalez, number 3, coming up and saying, hey, every time you catch it, we're going to tackle you hard.
All right, gain of 10 on the play. So it's 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 27-yard line. 4 minutes into this game. And scrambling once again as Lopez got a man wide open. It's going to be a 1st down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 on that play.
Yeah, out of the backfield comes number 22. That's Jorge Alanis. Lots of pressure being applied here by the Panthers now. Everybody's coming. So Lopez has to be patient and understand that, hey, guys are eventually going to come out. But I've got to be patient. The Panthers really early on, not known for being a team that blitzes much. But here so far, early in the game, they're coming.
All right, so it is now going to be 1st and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line in Bears territory, and there is a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the Bears here to get started. So you're starting to see the back and forth here. Weslaco has decided we're going to pressure.
Number 55.
And PSJ decided we're not going to change much. Our offense
remains
is
first down.
What did the coaches say? This is a 7-on-7 with pads.
Right. By the way, Miles is 6'3". So far this season, completed 196 passes for 303 yards, 2,277, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But last week, 28 of 33 for 421 yards and 4 touchdowns. 421 yards last week, snap and whistle.
There's another false start. Weslaco up early is understanding that here comes the
false start. Offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Remember, the defense can move horizontally, side to side, right? You jump across, then it's a penalty. But when you do that, it triggers the offensive lineman if they're not ready. So you got to be ready for that kind of stuff. You know, you got to be ready as an offensive lineman. Say, hey, they're going to be moving they're going to show us all sorts of things in the front.
Of course, they've got another 2 great receivers. Ryan Viego, he's got 838 yards and 9 touchdowns this year. Had 177 yards last week, but a big hole this time, and the run is going to get over the 50-yard line to about the 44. So on that particular play, wow, that was a big one. What, about 25, 26?
Jorge Alanis, he is a guy that gives this offense a new dimension. You can see why. He's quick, he's got some speed, and then he's got some moves. Why don't you come up and make a play there? See that? You've got to tackle him. You got to have that center of gravity ready to go and make a play. But the big play by the Bears, first strike there by the Bears.
So they're inside Weslaco territory at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. And again, we're approaching the midway point of the 1st quarter. No score in the showdown for the top spot of 31-6A. The 2 leaders, identical records, 5-2 overall, 2-0 in district. And this time, another running play. It'll get down to about the 40-yard line and about 5 yards gained on that.
Yeah, so it looks like Weslaco is not going to give you a lot on the pass. They're going to pressure you. All right, so a Panther player is down. Watch the tackle here as they come up and make the tackle. Here comes Alanis coming down, and then the tackle right there. It might have been Ryan down on the bottom of that pile. We'll check.
Well, you're talking about injuries. Alan East this season, 55 carries for 323 yards and 3 touchdowns, 5 carries for 40 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not that many rushes last week because he's coming off an injury, right?
Yeah, so the Bears here are happy to have him back. I mean, you can see what he can do. Don't be surprised. We're eventually going to see number 20, Gabriel Ramirez as well, I think. We'll see him as well. A different style of player, maybe a bit stronger type of runner.
Well, he's got good numbers, 46 carries for 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, only 4 carries for 9 yards last week.
So coming off that injury, you wonder how much, Alanis is going to play. Well, so far he's played every single play, and he's been successful. So that answers that question. And hopefully Ryan is okay. That's Ryan Gonzalez, starting corner.
Yeah, he's coming up. Big part of the team.
He
Special teams, too.
Yeah, he is a big player here, and hopefully he's going to be all right. We're wishing him the best here. We'll see how they take him out early on. Remember, Fraga went out. Now it's Gonzalez. So,
and we're talking about all the weapons on the visitors team. They've also got Caleb Solis at wide receiver. He's caught 33 catches for 463 yards and 3 touchdowns, 6 carries for 129 yards last week.
Right. So I wonder if you go right after that. Remember, on the other side, you do have Ryan Vallejo, number 2, who was playing one-on-one with Ryan. So now you have number 19, Kike Rodriguez, the young sophomore, playing against Vallejo, number 2.
So second down and 5, ball at around the 40-yard line in Weslaco territory. And again, dropping back to pass, has time, and it looks like it's going to be a little short of the first down, but the pass is complete on that play. We just talked about him, Caleb Salas.
Yeah, Caleb Salas is one of those guys that, again, quickly up, they want to get the tempo going, and here come as the replay goes on, here come there's a fumble. Somebody's got to go get it. No, there's a flag. There's a flag.
All right.
There's a false start here again on PSJA. The flag was thrown, so that didn't
False
count.
start. Offense, number 2, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
So it's a third down. Now they back him up a little bit more. Obviously, they want to throw the ball. They've been successful with some of those runs. Some of those delayed handoffs have worked. Weslaco just has to be, when they're coming in and they're pressuring, you got to keep your head on the swivel. Your coach has got to tell you, hey, you got to watch where the ball is. Don't lose the speed, but be aware of where the ball is.
So third down and 8. Clock moving, approaching 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No score. And again, the young transfer from Vela doing a nice job again tonight. Miles Lopez got to keep him in line. He will drop back to midfield, has a receiver open.
It's dropped.
And it's dropped.
Yeah, Alec Flores, number 11, had an opportunity to pick up a first down. He was in position for it.
Doesn't he play both ways?
He does. He's a very important part of this offense and defense. We'll play linebacker, corner. It's just a drop. It's going to be a fourth down. You're no man's land. So do you go for here? Just drops it there. Yeah. Was kind of looking ahead. It happens at every level, right?
Yes.
It happens in the NFL. It happens in college. It happens everywhere.
4th and 8. They are going to go for it.
Sure.
Again, like you mentioned, no man's land at the 42-yard line of Weslaco. There's Lopez, and he drops back to pass, and he has a receiver open.
Good tackle.
And
ball gets out of there. Guess who? Do we even have to tell you who was on that tackle? Number 2. Chris Luna. Watch him come up and make the play. Closing speed. Tackle. Put his Panther paw. Get that out of the way. Number 4 was the intended receiver, was Salas.
Yes.
First down going the other way.
Now, didn't they have a good quarterback over at the Bears? They did for about 4 years, and he graduated.
Yeah, Jaime Lopez. No relation, by the way. At least I don't think so. Jaime Lopez was Mr. Football here for PSJA a long time. But now you bring in Miles. The interesting thing, and I'll tell you here what's interesting about that. You brought up a good point. Let's see what the Panthers do here.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10. They're at the 42-yard line. Good field position to begin this drive, and going to be a run by Garcia. Pick up 3 or 4.
Now that might be a change here quickly. As soon as we see the number 33.
Okay, so we have a change.
Quick change here by Valdez. Andres Valdez, who had a touchdown.
Yeah, he had good rushing last week. 2 carries for about 80 yards, and one of them a long touchdown.
He's got some speed, and he's a good different type of back that Perez is, or even Garcia is, for that matter. It's a little different than both of those guys.
So 2nd down and 5 coming up. Ball at the 46-yard line in Weslaco territory. Frankie Trevino had 3 touchdown catches as a receiver last year, but this year as a senior has been the starting quarterback. His backup last week did come in and get a touchdown. We'll talk more about that later, but again, another running play, and this time it's going to be some big yardage, and it's going to be good for about maybe 12 or 15 yards.
Andres Valdez again, the senior running back, going in there, picking up some yardage. We're seeing 2 running backs. Obviously, you have them, Weslaco, and why not use them? It give you a little bit of different look. Big offensive line blocking, doing a good job. Nice pickup for a first down is Andres Valdez. And remember, we're going to keep an eye on it because you're going to see a lot of switching back and forth. Now in there's David Garcia, number 23.
So ball is now down inside, well, actually down, let's look at it, about the 44-yard line in the territory of the Bears. And it's going to be a passing play, and this time going to be incomplete.
Yeah, nothing there. I think there was just communication. Intended receiver out there with D'Angelo Gonzalez.
He's had a good year, right?
He's had a really good year. A young man who just came up and really has started to play really well. Just a junior. So
got a touchdown.
So yeah, so he's got some talent, and we're going to try to get the ball out there with him.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. The ball still at the 43-yard line. Moving toward the north end zone in this first quarter is Weslaco. Away from the scoreboard. Man in motion. 1 back next to Trevino. And this time Trevino's going to run, and we know what he can do. And he is going to get down to about the 22-yard line, and he gains about 22 on that carry.
And you knew that was coming. You've been setting it up with running and through passes here, and all of a sudden going to start focusing off of 0. Up tempo, quickly go the Panthers.
Yes. So 1st and 10, and another running play, and this time from the 23 to the 20 is David Garcia.
Right, just right up the middle, trying to pick up a couple of yards, and really that's all you. Jaden James, number 99 on the tackle. He's going to be involved quite a bit here tonight when it's all said and done. Not only does he come off the edge on passing plays, number 99 for the Bears. He also is a good tackler.
Yeah.
And you just read earlier.
You're talking about Chris Luna, number 2. Of course, we're looking at David Garcia, 23. We saw Luna.
Right.
So he's going to probably play just about the whole game.
He's going to be shadowed
ways.
tonight. I thought Alex Flores was going to play him all night.
Yeah.
And they might double him. I will see how that goes, but don't be surprised. He's in motion. Everybody moves. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they know where he's at all the time.
2nd down and 8 from the 21. Another running play, and this will pick up maybe 3 for Garcia.
99, Jaden James right there again on the tackle. In the red zone here now are the Panthers. A big 3rd down coming up. We've played almost all of the first quarter in the middle of the field. Right in midfield on both sides. Now a little bit of movement here by Weslaco High.
So it is going to be 3rd down and 6 coming up. There is Trevino. Talked with him tonight. Always a pleasure to chat.
I just think his legs are going to be the difference tonight. I really do.
Right. He's 6'2", by the way. Both quarterbacks are tall.
Tall young guy. Here's going to move him back now. Early on here, both teams have had problems. False start.
Offense.
Both teams, really.
Number 72. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
3rd down and 11 coming up as the ball goes back to the 24-yard line.
Makes it a little tougher now, huh?
Yep. This is the biggest game in the Valley tonight in a while. Football Fred will talk about another 2 big games. Actually, this was a week where the monitor said we had 3 games of the week. 2 were played last night. Trevino now running on the left side, and he is going to get down to about the 11-yard line.
Real close. They're going to give him a 1st down.
That's going to be a 1st down. He's going to make it, I think, by a couple.
Yeah, we talked about the legs, right?
Yeah,
here it is.
He got about 8 on that play. Fred, look at the replay.
Yeah, he wants to roll, wants to throw, but then he says, you know, let me put my real nice gold sprinkling diamond shoes to work. I wonder, does those things make you faster? Because if they are, I'm going to order him some. I need as much help to move quicker.
All right. They said he went out around the 13-yard line, so it is going to be 1st and 10 there. Minute 25 remaining here in the opening quarter. Another running play, and this time Garcia up the middle, maybe bulls his way for about 2.
Yeah, if I'm the offensive coordinator, which I'm not, and Coach Stroman will probably tell you, we don't want to hear you, Fred, but if he could, I I would say, you know what? Can we block 99? Or can we just get a guy there because he's disrupting everything?
Talking about James?
Yeah, watch him come up. See that? He's the only guy right now that's coming up and slowing down this running game. So I'm sure the coaches are saying, wait a minute, we've got to do something with 99. So you got to go back and I wonder, hey, Andy Munoz, let's get him going backwards, buddy. Let's go. Come on.
All right. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Pickup of 1 on that last play. And again, it's going to be a running play, and it is going to pick up just a couple.
Yeah, you see the speed of the Bears there. They're a fast team. As a matter of fact, number 11 coming up is Alec Flores. Come out and make it. But watch the speed. Now, Frankie is fast.
Yeah.
Watch this. This guy's in white. Head over out there as quick as possible. See number 11 flying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of guys going out there. Number 13, Niles Alvarez is going out there as well.
All right, ball is at about the 8-yard line, and we're going to call it 3rd down and 6.
They might get this play out. They might not. 10 seconds left in the game. See what they do.
Could be the final play of the quarter if they get it in.
Coach wants him to wait.
He wants him to wait, all right. So that is going to conclude the first quarter. No score between Weslaco and PSJA Bears. This is a KWES production.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And football, Fred, you know, you've been talking about Jane James, 40 tackles this season. Last season, 66 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. So he's no newcomer. We see Coach Stroman talking to an official.
And maybe you run at him. You know, everybody says when you're a great pass rusher, the best way to defeat a pass rusher is running right at him. You ever heard that before?
Yes.
Run at the pass rusher. So maybe instead of running around him, run at him? I don't know. At this point, I'm willing to try a couple of things. I think this offensive line is going to figure it out. I'm pretty sure Coach Frank Rodriguez and Coach Steven Cuellar, those guys are going to figure this out. I know that.
And we haven't even talked much about Cody Longoria yet. Last year, 150 tackles, 16 tackles for loss. He was, as we mentioned earlier, the 31-6A defensive MVP, also the punter.
Yep.
All right, so it is going to be 3rd down and 6 inside the 10-yard line. This time, Weslaco in the second quarter will be moving toward the scoreboard side. Going to be a pass play, and it is broken up at the pylon.
Nice play there by number 8. That is Matthew Azuara. Just a young one, right? I mean, he's number 5 in there as well. The intended receiver was Joseph Yali.
Yeah.
But Azuara, watch him come up and make the play.
Yeah.
I mean, that was heading there, but Azuara, number 8, does a good job. Young man, just a sophomore for this Bear team. So did you try a field goal here?
Yeah, I think so.
Is this Frankie? Yeah, Frankie Trevino. Remember, he's a pretty good, solid field goal kicker.
And it is going to be from the 15-yard line. So it's going to be a 25-yard attempt. And no, is it faked? Or was it a bad snap?
It was a bad snap.
All right.
I think he just never put it down. Yeah, that was Carlo Castillo, the holder. Yeah. I mean, it was just a tough ball to bring down.
And you know, if he could have got up, he is the backup quarterback. Maybe he could have tried to throw it.
He dropped it, so now everything's off, right?
Yeah.
They say that 3 things have to happen, and a bunch of Bears. Number 5 was in there as well, Jesus Garza. Something positive that has to happen, at least if anything, is deep inside the Bear territory, and that's if you're a Panther fan, you're thinking that. So that's always a good thing. We didn't get the 3 you wanted them, but here, let's see how now this defense plays the next possession for the Bears.
And by the way, Garza this year, 43 tackles for loss, 2.5. 43 tackles, 2.5 for loss, and 2 interceptions. So it is 1st and 10 right now for the Bears. And they are going to start with Alan Ace running the ball. And he's not going to get much good lateral pursuit by the Panthers.
Yeah, we talked about the speed, right, that obviously PSJA has. Weslaco is just as fast. I mean, they have different speed levels at the receivers, perhaps, but this defense can also fly to the ball. Hey, we're talking, you mentioned this earlier, we kind of left it for this appropriate now. Number 10 there on your screen, that's Lopez, right? That's Miles.
Right.
Jaime Lopez was a quarterback last year. But this is a different type of offense that Miles is in, that Jaime had last year. So that's what's impressive. First year, and he can dominate this offense so well.
All right. So it was a gain of about 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9, and it's going to be a complete pass, but again, only for a couple up to the 20.
Right now, early on, you know, you're going to give them some plays. They're a good offense. Number 11 there is Alec Flores.
Yeah.
A couple of Panthers come up. We'll see this pass. Again, they're looking to, this is their offense. They want to get something run. Coming up is making the tackle. That was number 5, Joseph Leal, along with some other Panthers came up making a play.
Flores this season, 14 catches, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Last week, 3 catches for 61 yards. So, gain of a couple, 3rd down and 6. Ball at about the 22-yard line. Let's see if the Panthers can shut them down. Maybe get some good field position on the punt. There's the snap, and looking ahead, and the pass is
ball's dropped. Yeah, the ball's on the floor. That's not a catch.
No, pass is incomplete.
Yes, yeah. Number 11, they've been going to
rolling
Alec
on the
Flores.
field is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that is.
It will be 4th down.
Yeah, they didn't catch it. We'll see. He had it for a moment, but you have to contain it all the way to the ground. Watch it here. Great play there, really, by Bo Cuellar. The ball was on the floor. So, yeah, that turns over 4th down. Big stop by this defense.
All right, so punt coming up. Cody Longoria, we mentioned, averaging about 36 yards a punt. Did better than that on his first attempt tonight.
See how low the quarterback goes? Now, that's hard.
Yeah.
Watch the pass. Goes low, and then Bo Cuellar pops it out.
Miles Lopez, the quarterback.
Great play by Bo Cuellar.
Cuellar been around for a while. Here comes the punt from the 10-yard line. And Ryan Gonzalez is usually back there, right? Is he in yet? Or
no, not yet. That's going to be number 5. That's going to be Joseph Leal.
So Gonzalez obviously a little bit shaken up.
Yeah, he had it. It looks like it was an ankle. It looked like from here. We haven't seen him yet come back. I know he's going to try it. He's going to do everything. He's a competitor. Yeah. Ultra competitor. Right. So if he can come back, you know, you're going to see him out there. We'll just see how he does. We wish him well. Hopefully we get to see him. If not, you know, we've got to get some other guys in there, but we're hoping to see number 3.
Weslaco 5-game winning streak, lost their opening 2 games to Harlingen and McAllen Memorial, but it's been clear sailing since then, and everybody's been looking forward to this game for a while, right?
Yeah, I in the summer when the schedule came, I told you, remember, this game might be for district, and sure enough. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Going to be a running play. I believe that's Garcia, and he is going to get down to the 45-yard line, so it'll be close to a 1st down. Matthew Gomez coming up on a big tackle from his safety spot. Had to come up. Anytime a safety makes a tackle, it's a good thing. One, because it's a tackle, and then 2, because you're usually down the field.
Doesn't one of their defensive backs have 88 tackles?
Yeah, he does. And we haven't seen him yet. That's number 21, Armando Davila. He's out there, trust me.
Right.
Playing linebacker. He kind of plays that hybrid role, linebacker safety.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Gain of about 10 on that last play. Enough for the 1st down. And again, that was a good omen for the Panthers. Long snap count. Short pass, and it gets up to about the 50, gain of about 5.
Yeah, and quickly right up there, number 5. We were talking about Joseph Leal, the young junior, who brings a special dimension. You know, especially Coach talked about this. If they start really singling out Luna and they start pushing him out, and they're going to, if they double cover him, they're going to go to Joseph Leal.
He had 2 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown last week. Overall, even though he's battled injuries, 9 catches for 247 yards and a couple touchdowns. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5. Ball at midfield, approaching 3 minutes in the 2nd quarter. And this time it's going to be Frankie, and he's not going to get much.
Yeah, big pressure there applied by Omar Peña. There's another guy that we've been talking about that can come out and make some plays. Plays on that, kind of plays the defensive end role, linebacker kind of role, so he's versatile.
It's going to be 2nd down coming up.
That might be a 2nd down, right? Yeah, second down.
2nd down and 4. So got the ball over midfield to about the 48-yard line. Frankie all the way at quarterback tonight. Been the primary quarterback this year, and well-deserved. This time another running play, and he's going to get the 1st down and more, down to about the 39-yard line. So that was a pretty play, and that was a pickup of about 16 yards.
They have, Frankie wanted to go to Luna, but Luna is being really double covered. He's got 2 guys on him. He's got Jesus Garza, and then he had some other guys that made the tackle on there on Frankie, but early on, just to kind of set the feel here. Number 2, when he's on offense, he's getting 2 guys, a linebacker and a safety. So they're shutting that guy off. They're telling you we're going to take that guy, go somewhere else. That's what the Bears are trying to do.
First down at the 38-yard line in Bears territory. And there is going to be a running play, and it's going to be a big play down to the 20, pickup of 18 or 19 at that time.
David Garcia. Got to be patient, right? Patience is a virtue. He's developed that, and he's become really good. Watch him come up into the hole. Go, 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 go.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball at about the 21-yard line, moving toward the scoreboard side of the field, the south side. Weslaco already ahead 3-0 on a Frankie Trevino field goal. Only points of the game so far.
Yeah.
4 minutes into the second quarter, and this time Trevino keeps it again, and he is going to pick up about 5 or 6.
There's your running game. There's your running game. You say, why do you keep up? Well, that's the running game. That's what they're giving you. You've got to go with what the Bears give you. Very solid team defensively. Watch them fake and go, and then you have to react to it, and you've got to be able to respect that pitch, right? You got to go. Good play there by the Panthers.
So it is going to be 2nd down. About 5 yards to go. Ball around the 16-yard line. We see Frankie Trevino. Lined up next to him is David Garcia. And this time drops back to pass and has the time. Now tries to force it and incomplete.
That was a good play. Even though he didn't get anywhere, good thing you skipped it to the receiver. There was nobody open. He had the pocket kind of broke down. You see it here. Nothing there. Got to go. Throw. Right in front of the receiver. Might have been Tim maybe even.
All right.
He was trying to go to number 10. That was Justin Elizondo. All right. So it's a 3rd and 5. See, what you don't want to do is get a turnover here, right? So Luna's back in there, and he's been drawing double coverage. We'll see if he draws it again. Yep, they are. They're going to roll double coverage to him.
Again, ball at the 16-yard line. Man in motion. Looks like Elizondo maybe. And there is going to be a whistle.
Yeah, here's that false start again.
False start. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
So back and forth they go, right? Back and forth they go. So I'm very intrigued by this. The fact that how they play Luna. They know that Luna's a playmaker. So what has Weslaco done? Okay, you're going to take away number 2. We're going to go to number 5. And we're going to go to Liao, right? So they have. We're going to run the ball, and then we're going to give you a little bit of zero. That's Frankie.
Yep.
So that's been okay. Eventually, something is going to have to open up.
Both these teams 5-0 last year in district play. Weslaco 10-0 and 8-4 for the Bears, and another whistle.
Oh boy, again? False start again. Now let me tell you something what's happening, and it happened with Weslaco too earlier.
False start. Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That's not on the offensive line, so I'm not going to blame those guys.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of shifting going on, and Weslaco was doing the same. So when you're shifting back and forth and you move side to side, it's okay. Weslaco has to understand these guys are going to do that. Hey, there's Coach Garza, right? The defensive coordinator. What a cool guy.
Yeah, I enjoyed talking to him.
Edinburgh High graduate.
Yeah.
Now the defensive coordinator for these Bears.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Dropping back, Trevino. Got a man open. Is he going to get it? Yes.
Touchdown.
And it is a touchdown. And
Joseph
that
Leal
is a good touchdown for Joseph Leal, his 3rd of the season.
You figured it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of time, but they find the single coverage, and they found it. Azuara was playing single. Leal goes. Touchdown, Panthers.
That's about a 21-yard touchdown?
21-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
That's something that really, you think about it, you're going to take one guy, you're going to have to give it to another. That kick is up, and it is good.
So Leal has 2 touchdowns in the last 2, or 1 touchdown in the last 2 games. Extra point attempt is good.
Right.
7:29 remaining here in the opening half, and now Weslaco is up I believe, what is it, 10-0?
Yeah, 7-0.
7-0.
7-0. Yeah. They remember they would try. You're
Yeah.
right. They attempted a field goal.
They attempted, but they missed.
Which was
well,
extra. Yeah, I thought it was missed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to that. And again, I keep bringing this up, and I hope at home you kind of understand. By the way, people from PSJA, glad to have you folks along.
Yes.
So we're happy to have you on the broadcast. You know, your Bears are just down a touchdown, but trust me, they're a good team. It's not over by any stretch of imagination, just in the second quarter. But saying hi to them and all the folks here, also from the Mid-Valley, Weslaco, and wherever you are, thank you for being part of our night tonight. You know who you are. Glad to have you along. And yes, you can see the party atmosphere here as dance cam happens every Friday night when we're at home. It didn't happen too many times.
Right.
Everybody's saying hello. Nice to see everybody. Everybody's got the dance groove. That's right. Back and forth they go. Everybody wearing their purple. Obviously the pink for breast cancer awareness. The month still continues.
Yes.
Good cause that the Weslaco supports.
So the kickoff is going back, and it is picked up by the Bears.
Vallejo.
Yeah, Vallejo, and he's going to be knocked down around his own 14.
Yeah, he's a dangerous player. Panthers know that, and they got to wrap him up quickly. Yeah, that's a nice play there. So now, again, we were talking earlier, right before we went to dance camp. We got distracted. The fact is, it's back and forth, right? Okay, so Weslaco gives you something. How do we adjust?
Right.
Coach Rodriguez out there is really good at making sure that his offense changes a little bit. We're going to see that they haven't really tried to go to number 2 yet. Ryan Vallejo. They haven't seen it. Remember, 2-on-2 tonight.
Oh, remember, he had over 1,000 yards and receptions last year. I think he has over 800 this year.
I say 2-on-2 because Ryan Vallejo's number 2, and number 2 for Weslaco is Chris Luna. They're matched up against each other on that side.
There's a young man that passed for over 400 yards last week, and this week attempts a pass, and it's caught. And it's not going to get too much, maybe to the 26.
Yeah, Alec Flores, number 11. Nice cover there by Ray Castro. Linebacker by trade, but plays defensive lineman because he's that good. Quick pass pattern out there. This is basically an extension of the run for the Bears. So this is a run, basically, even though it's a pass. I know, you're all confused now.
Ball up around the 21-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. Approaching the midpoint of the second quarter, another screen pass.
Yep.
And this one is going to get not much at all.
Yeah, and they're going to do that quite a bit. Number 1 is out there, Emiliano Fraga. He's one of those guys that they just want to get the ball out there. And again, they're hoping you miss the tackles. That's why it's so important. Weslaco has to come up or push you out of bounds. They got to get out there. The Panthers are trying to get out there. Nice pressure there applied by number 19, Kike Rodriguez.
He's in for Gonzalez, right?
Yeah, he is.
Ryan Gonzalez looked like an ankle injury earlier. So it is going to be 2nd down and 2 running play. And Alanis is going nowhere. He didn't get the first down.
Yeah, big play there by Estevanes. By decision time by these Bears. I mean, you lost yardage, actually. Watch this penetration by this Panther defense coming up. Make sure you come up and look. That's number 8, William Cannon. Initiated that Panther blast.
And remember, he is the only returning defensive lineman.
PSJA high.
PSJA wants to talk about
second time out of the half.
While we're doing this, let us run down the records of these teams. And Weslaco, they lost their first 2 games, Harlingen and McAllen Memorial, 48-28, 45-38. Then they beat the couple of Laredo teams, LBJ 27-8, United 24-21, beat San Benito 28-19. And then we go into district over La Jolla 42-14, Edinburgh North 55-21. For PSJA, they started off with a win over Pioneer 34-0. Then they lost to PSJA North, not a big surprise, 21-11. Beat Mission Veterans Memorial 24-0. Los Fresnos 40-24. Lost to Veterans Memorial 35-23 and beat Edinburgh 28-6 and Economides 42, I believe, to 7.
Yeah.
Any reaction?
Well, the fact is, you see that they're a competitive team. Even the teams that are, considered by many to be the top teams, they did really well.
And didn't you tell me on their 2 losses, it's mainly because that team was able to run against them?
That's it. That's the main denominator here, the run. And this is interesting. 4th down deep in your own territory and you're going for it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm kind of surprised. You think they're trying to draw him off?
Maybe. Coaches want to talk about a timeout here. Yeah, Coach Ramirez says, wait a minute.
Weslaco, our second timeout of the half.
Why we have this timeout? 3 games of the week last week. 2 were played yesterday. Talk about those 2.
I like to call it the big trifecta. All right, so it started with a big matchup in McAllen. Actually, it was in Edinburgh. The SaberCats were playing the Mustangs. Man, that game was over pretty soon.
The score?
56-0 in favor of the SaberCats. They are really stamping their ground as the best.
Miles
best
Lopez,
team.
former team.
Well, used to be there. And then on the other side, Cameron County, we might remember this. Even though Los Fresnos is no longer in our district, they were playing a newcomer there. Brownsville Veterans Chargers, and what a game. I saw that one. Los Fresnos at the end with a fumble recovery sealed it. Los Fresnos right now is in the driver's seat in District 32.
And do you remember the score?
Yeah, 21-24 in favor of Los Fresnos.
All right, 4th down and 4. They're still going to go for it, right? Even after the timeout?
This is the last one of the trifecta, the big one.
Yeah.
They're going for it. Now, move up top.
All right.
That's going to give them 5 yards. They're definitely going to punt now.
Punt.
Now,
You got to bring Cody
Well,
in.
wait a minute. Yeah, now you got to do it. Now you have to. I mean, look, you still have 6 minutes.
Offense.
I mean,
Number 1.
6:17 left to go.
5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Sorry about that, Mr. Official. Yeah, they were just saying that it was receiver move. So whatever was going to be done, looks like they wanted to draw him off sides. That's what the plan was. But it didn't happen because one of their receivers moved. So now backs up. Weslaco should have decent field position.
And this is going to be the Bears' 3rd punt of the night.
Yeah.
They're going to be punting back from about, their own 10-yard line. Cody Longoria, great linebacker, gets it off. Actually did it from his 5.
Short punt.
Yeah, short punt. But it's still going to get a good roll inside Weslaco territory down to about the 46.
That's good. That had a good roll, so Longoria did a good job. He did his job of putting the ball away as far away as possible. Hey, so big game, it's always, and we see us in the back there kind of waving. Yeah, that's the superintendent of schools, Mr. Rivera. Hey, my former principal. He's waving at us too. Yeah, he's our my former principal at Weslaco High. Way to go, sir. Yeah.
Good to see him out here enjoying the game.
Always supporting all sorts of Weslaco ISD activities. Off at the edge goes James, but he comes right back.
Dr. Richard Rivera.
Yep.
So, there we go. All right. We're going to have now Weslaco 1st and 10, again in their own territory, around the 46-yard line. And a delayed handoff to, I believe, Garcia. And he is going to get maybe 4 or 5.
Looks like, Garcia is they're going to be patient with this, right? I mean, you're inside now Bear territory. Watch this one. Delay. You think just, hey, why don't you hang out? Big counter play, big number 72. I love that play. Coming at the camera is Matt Reyes. Said, hey, I'm going to make my appearance on the highlight reel. Follow me, big guy.
All right, gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Weslaco.
Get the feeling the game has slowed down.
At the 49, right? They're in the territory it has, in the territory of the Bears. And this time Frankie's going to keep it, and he's going to get about 6, enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's what they were looking for. Just a 1st down. There's not much you have to do.
Right, needed 5, got 6.
Right, and that's what you want to do. The Panthers going in felt that they could run the ball. They felt they could, and why not? You can always try to do that. There's a Panther fan. Hey, cool jersey.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that very much. That has to be. I'm done. I mean, that's. I'm going to go ask him where he got that. I'm going to go do that.
Ball at the 45-yard line in Weslaco territory.
Frankie.
And Frankie has it, and he is only going to get a couple.
He picks up the 1st down. It was a 3rd and short.
So I guess he didn't make it the last play.
So
we thought he did.
He gets it here. Yeah, 1st down now for the Panthers. He didn't get it. It was short a little bit. And they know that. The Panthers know they needed just to get something. Frankie decides, I'm going to pitch it. Well, I'm going to keep it instead of giving it.
And again, it's good execution of trying to fake the handoff, kind of drawing the defense a little bit off, right?
Right. So I don't on the tackle here. So again, Weslaco is being patient. Slow things down. Keep that offense off the field. That's a good strategy, by the way.
Coach said he wanted to do before
the two teams that won that beat PSJA did that too, by the way.
All right. Ball at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10, and a pass play, and it is going to be good. It'll be good for a 1st down.
Yeah, put his head down.
Got the 10 yards.
So they played him single out there. That's Luna on the corner. Matthew Asuara, the young sophomore, playing out there single. Now they move now Luna up to the other side. He was always playing on the right side. Now they move him to the left side. If you're gonna double tackle him here. We're going to move him to the other side. See what happens there.
Ball
So back and forth they go.
Sorry, Fred. Ball at the 34-yard line. It is going to be 1st and 10. Weslaco methodically moving the ball. You like that one?
Yeah, I like that. Methodically means slow it down.
All right, so let's see what they do this time. It's going to be a handoff, and this time, or actually fooled me even, it was kept by the quarterback, but he only got about a yard on the left side.
Right, nothing much there, but again, you're willing to chip at it, right?
Yeah.
Chip, the old chip at it, and then eventually something will open. Watch him here. Nothing there. Watch number 99 penetrate, come in there right there. See that? He stopped that run from going, so he knew that it was going to be a quarterback keeper.
Isn't that about the 3rd time he's faked the handoff in a row?
Yeah.
That he's faked the handoff.
That is so hard to do, by the way.
Yeah.
Just because you have a player in front of you, you got to decide within a second, less than a second, am I going to run it or am I going to give it?
2nd down and 10 will give him no gain. Let's see what happens this time. A lot of running. And this time pass play, and it is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, nothing there. Right in the middle of a lot of jerseys. Number 6, and the intended receiver was Joseph Leal. He's been one of these guys they've been looking at. Matthew Asuara was there. It looked like number 6, Matthew Gomez, was in there as well. Number 13, linebacker Niles Alvarez was there. So yeah, a lot of white jerseys. You don't want to throw it in there.
No.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10. We're running out of time here.
What's the timeout situation?
Remember, they both were burning him early. So PSJ has one, while Weslaco also has one remaining. So one apiece.
3rd and 10. Remember, run for no gain, and then the incomplete pass. Let's see what happens this time. Frankie throwing it downfield and overthrows his receiver, but good coverage by the Bears.
Really good coverage there out there by Matthew Gomez. Intended receiver again was Joseph Leal. They tried it. Why not give it a shot, throw deep, and watch this. They're trying to go where they got the touchdown. Same play, basically. Just couldn't quite get it there, and there was nothing open.
And you see Channel 5 is here. You see Gloria on the sidelines?
She's out there as well. Yeah. Everybody's here. Everyone decided to come over and hang out with us, which we really appreciate.
Yeah. And, of course, we saw her interview Coach Stroman on Channel 5 before the game. So appreciate them coming out.
All the media news outlets are here, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's here.
Big game. Well, it's the biggest game in the Valley tonight.
I think Coach is going to use his last time out here.
Timeout.
In this region,
Weslaco. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
You know, it's an exciting weekend. Of course, we have this game. This is the biggest game in the region tonight.
Yeah, the end of the trifecta, right? Yeah.
And then I know I have a lot of Aggies fans out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be going up for I think the game is on ABC, Channel 5 tomorrow.
That is the game. Yeah. That is the biggest game on the planet. College game on the planet.
Going for the lead in the SEC, it's going to be Texas A&M and LSU.
I'll be looking for you.
And then Sunday, a noon game, is going to be, guess who? The Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And if the Colts win, it'll be a tie for 1st place in the AFC South. Both teams, the only 2 teams right now that have winning records in that division.
Dun, 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 dun. What will happen?
A lot of exciting football this weekend.
A lot of the World Series kicked off tonight, too.
Yeah. We'll try to get a score on that later.
That's all sorts of stuff. This is the best time of the year. For me, anyway.
Of course, the Yankees, obviously in New York, and the Dodgers, they're in Los Angeles, but until the late 50s, they were in Brooklyn.
NBA just kicked off as well last night.
Right. Dallas won their opening game, the Mavericks.
Never getting off the couch.
Okay, so it's going to be 4th and 9. Weslaco is going to go for it. Seems like a smart move. We're at the field position.
Sure.
Just around the 30.
Comes the pressure.
Yeah.
Comes the pressure. Frankie
has opening for a moment. Oh, there he goes. He's going to get the 1st down. He is going to get down to about the 8-yard line. And that was a nice run. He was at the 30, and he gets to the 8. So that's a gain of around 23 yards?
So the pass plays took all the receivers deep. So everybody came up. Watch the pressure. All the white jerseys up here. Nothing in between the receivers and a bunch of green field. I'll take it, says Frankie. 1st down, Panthers. Nice play. Yeah, that opens like that. That just happens all the. If you bring everybody in and all your linebackers and corners and everybody goes back, there's going to be a big gap in the middle.
Ball around the 7-yard line. 1st and goal to go. Weslaco moving toward their own scoreboard, just like all these schools' beautiful video board.
Oh yeah.
You see the big crowd here tonight for Weslaco.
All wearing purple.
Yep. And we are going to have a running play, and this time not much going.
A nice tackle coming up low was number 13. That is now Alvarez Good run there by David Garcia, trying to put things together. It was a nice penetration by number 13. That's Alvarez. Watch him go low, wrap up that ankle, that gator roll, right? We talk about. You got to turn it and
maybe got 1 or 2 on the play. It's going to be a second and goal to go around maybe the 6.
So Luna's on the right, and it looks like they're going to play him single. I wonder if you even try to go there. Watch Luna on the right side.
On the right.
They might want to go that route.
And that is the route where
that is
Trevino's going.
That's a touchdown.
Luna? Yes. So a 6-yard touchdown pass to Chris Luna. You called it well, Football Fred.
Well, you eventually pull a guy off of him. Watch him here. Watch Frankie roll out. You're playing him single. That's a no-no. Why? Because that's a touchdown number 2. Touchdown Panthers!
All right, so Luna now on the season has 8 touchdown receptions and has rushed for 3 touchdowns. And it is now 13-0. Who's kicking this time?
Look, we brought in Gustavo. Number 28, Gustavo Rodriguez is up, and that is good.
That is good. So, with a couple minutes left here in the first half, it is going to be Weslaco taking the lead over the PSJA Bears, 14-0. And by the way, coming into this
what
game,
a catch by Luna there.
Oh yeah,
the replay.
Weslaco was ranked number 5. The Bears were ranked number 7. This is a KWES production. So this game, I think the key, in my opinion, is ball control.
It is. Hey, this would be appropriate since Luna just scored a touchdown, right? He's got all sorts of family, Garcia family. They're up in it's part of the United States Air Force in Panama City, Florida. They're listening from up there. They wanted to congratulate Troy Garcia, who just graduated, First Sergeant Academy, class 24G, United States Air Force for 16 years. Wanted to say hello to the Cardenas family from San Antonio. Everybody's watching you and I tonight. Well, good thing they're not watching us. They're listening to us. They're watching the Weslaco Panthers. They're cheering on Chris Luna from all sorts of places. And you know what he did? That's such a cool thing. Chris Luna signed one of those posters that the young ones promoted businesses, and he signed it for us.
Yes.
It says to KWES, and he signed it. We're going to keep that, my friend. We're going to frame it somewhere.
That was, great gift.
Yes.
Great gift.
That's going to go out of bounds. Weslaco gets
free kick out of bounds.
Lots of people
Kicking
all over
team.
the place. There is a mighty Panther fan.
Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line.
The ball is going to
First down.
be placed at the 30.
PSJA.
Hey, I like one of those chains, the big W chains that young man had. Where do you get one of those? That's what I would like to know.
Remember what rap names?
Yeah,
would you since you're football
the
friend,
turnover chain?
Would you be Master F?
I would.
Yeah.
I would. I don't care at this
That'd
point.
be a rap name?
I'll have it. I'll take the W too. I'll take that. That's not a problem.
Okay, so
got to watch out here if you're the Panthers.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball around the 30-yard line. In their own territory is the Bears. And we'll update you on the timeout situation after this play. A lot of pressure on that time, but gets it off. But it's going to pick up about 5.
Out of bounds, a great tackle there. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure coming off the edge. That looked to be Bokway. We'll double check here. Coming off the edge. Now it's going to be William Cannon. Shot out of a cannon. My goodness.
What is the timeout situation?
So Weslaco, I think, Weslaco has none. PSJ still has one
timeout. All right, 2:20 remaining. And again, it's going to be 2nd down and 5. We see Miles Lopez. Ball is at the 35-yard line in Bears territory. Dropping back. Has time. Now the pressure starts coming. Gets it off. And is it complete? No gain.
No gain.
Yeah, no gain.
Yeah. He dropped it. As a matter of fact, Coach Rodriguez right there. Yeah, he's upset that they didn't get. Watch what happens here. Watch the pressure. He's looking for something. Nothing is open downfield. Miles is trying to get the ball out there, drops it, and then comes over as Luna trying to make a tackle. He thought he has to tackle him. He's thinking he caught it.
Yeah.
Luna doesn't know he dropped it.
All right, so it is going to be 3rd and 5. Again, ball at the 35-yard line. Has to get to the 40, as Fred just mentioned. 1 timeout remaining. Scrambling around, almost tackled in the backfield is Miles Lopez. Gets it off, no good.
Looks like he caught it.
Oh, did he catch it?
Yeah, maybe did the old tightrope and put it.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like a first down. That's going to be the first catch.
We're far from that catch, so it's hard to see.
It looks like came back to it. It was Ryan Vallejo. We'll see it here. Luna and Vallejo going at it. Watch number 2 come back on the corner on your right-hand side. He almost gets sacked by Cannon, and then he escapes, throws it out there, and that's a quick catch there by Vallejo. First catch of the night.
And yeah, this is a guy that had over 1,000 yards in catching last year.
Comes the Bears trying to run the ball, going outside, and they're going to tackle him going, and that clock's going to continue because they tackle him within place. That clock is going to continue to run.
It was 1st and 10 from the 43, but that catch only gets a couple.
Yeah, and they're running out of time here. They have one timeout, but you got to be careful if you're the Panthers here. You got to be real careful because let me tell you, these guys can really light it up really quick. So you just got to be careful. 2nd down and 8 ball at the 45-yard line in Bears territory. Under 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. Want to go deep?
Yep.
Want to go deep?
Lopez is going to go deep.
Ryan has an opportunity to get there.
And a receiver is open. And the ball is caught down around the 8-yard line. So let me get this straight.
Yep.
That is about a 47-yard catch.
We thought this was coming. We said it earlier. You got to be careful if you're the Panthers. Ryan Vallejo hasn't been involved yet until now. 2 straight catches. This happened last week, by the way, against Edinburgh Economides at the last portion of the half. They big play and got him a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate this.
Remember, this guy has, I think, 14 touchdowns, over 800 yards and catches this year. All right, there's the scramble. Going to his right is Miles Lopez, and he will go down to the 5-yard line. And it was 1st and goal to go from the 10, so he gets 5.
You'll take that every single time. You want Miles Lopez running. You'll take that every single time. Why? Because he's not passing. He's not throwing it down the field. So you'll take it. Clock is running. We're down to 40 seconds, 44 seconds to be exact, I believe.
All right, so it's 2nd down and goal to go. Ball around the 5-yard line. And this time, Alanis rushes, and he is going to get down near the goal.
They're going to give it fumble. No, they're going to say that he was down.
All right, down at the 1.
See what the officials say here. Wait a minute. Ball popped out.
Yeah, popped out for sure. Was he down, though?
That's what they're going to say here.
The ruling on the field is that the runner was down at the 1-yard line. Timeout.
Okay.
Now that's smart for them to take.
PSJA.
Sure.
There's too much confusion.
3rd and final timeout.
So let's see here. Replay will tell us if this was a fumble or not. Now watch him come up. They tackle him there. I think they called him down there.
All right.
So I think that's where they called him down, and that's where the ball comes.
Real quick, Lupe Rodriguez, great coach, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Valley product. You guys that are listening that are from Weslaco and PSJA obviously knows this. Coach Rodriguez was an '89 graduate from Mission High. He was an all-record. Some of his numbers still stand as Valley records, passing in records. He was a quarterback for the very popular late 80s, early 90s Mission Eagles.
And that's where Tom Landry went.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys, great coach.
Great coach. Does a fantastic job there with this Bear team. Runs this open type of offense. He's been there already 8 years. He's already 8 years there. So can you imagine he's been able to bring this program and bring it in this wide open offense and put up a lot of points. You just saw what they're capable of. Coach Rodriguez knows that this is a long game, so we got to put things together, guys, and see what the Weslaco defense can do here.
1st and goal to go. Ball at the 1-yard line. Will they run it? Alanis in the backfield.
I'm thinking.
With Lopez. Alanis lined up by Lopez. He'll give it to Alanis, and he gets the 1-yard touchdown.
Yep.
So Jorge Alanis does get the touchdown on that play. Obviously, a great running back, has had a very, very good season. And as we look at this play, we see him go in. He now has 4 touchdowns on the season.
So we were talking about it. The Panthers on the last play just were, they knew it was happening. They did it last week also. I just brought up the Economidas game when they played last week. Number 88, Isael Alvarez is going to attempt the extra point.
Right. He's, I think, 22 out of 26 in extra points this year.
So, kicks it nice and high, and that looks good from here, and it is.
All right, with 26 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter, Weslaco now has a 14-7 lead over PSJA. I do want to ask you a question. It looked like early in the game, wasn't it? Vallejo.
Yeah.
He was being guarded by Ryan Gonzalez. Gonzalez obviously has got injured. We don't know if he'll be back. Do you think that might have had an effect on him getting the big pass play?
It might. But the point is, I think on the coverage, they might have relaxed on it. You knew it was coming. I think all the coaches know. They just kind of let it kind of happen. They had the control of the game basically. The momentum kind of shifted here, but now I mean, you only got 26 seconds left. You do get the ball back.
Yeah,
at the
Weslaco,
start.
they won the toss of the coin. They deferred.
So that's a good thing, you know. But I think at this point, I think Ryan will be okay. I think you go in the half and you work him out, and hopefully he's. If you look at on the sidelines, he's out there trying to get things going.
All right.
I mean, let's hope he's okay to play. You don't want to push him either if he's not ready. But I think knowing him and being the ultra competitor he is, I'm sure he's going to do everything possible to come back.
Yeah, Ryan's a great guy.
Yep.
Well, let's see what happens. Now, if you get the ball with, 26 seconds, maybe 20 seconds left, do you really try to do something since you're going to get it in the second half?
I don't think you do unless it's something, maybe a return.
Well, yeah, if you get a big return now, that's a different story.
That's the only time
I tend to agree with you on that. Yeah. So ball is kicked off.
Somebody's got to go get it. It's a light ball. Okay,
right.
Let's go get it.
They'll get it about the 23, and I think...
Yeah, that was Joseph Leali, one of the up guys. And I think Weslaco sits on this one, and we go back and we reflect on what could have been. You know, let's be honest. This PSJA team puts up a lot of points.
Right.
So for them to have 7 points here at this portion of the game, that's pretty impressive.
So a couple touchdown receptions, right?
Yeah.
We have Joe Leal and Chris Luna for Weslaco, and of course that run just moments ago, the short run of 1 yard by Jorge Alanis.
I'm thinking if you're in Weslaco, I think you get a ticket and you come for the second half. You know, I mean, if you're then they're going to take a knee, and that's going to basically end the half here. 2 seconds left.
So both teams 5-2 overall, 2-0 in district. This is for the lead in District 31 6A, and we have come to halftime. Make sure you keep it here because they're going to have the ring ceremony.
Yes, at halftime.
Right, the girls that won the 6A title in softball are going to get their championship rings. Of course, the band will perform. So we are at halftime. We're at Bobby Lackey Stadium, Texas National Bank Field, and it is Weslaco, number 5 in the Valley, over number 7 PSJA by the score of 14-7. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. We're live on YouTube. This is a KWES production.
Prepare to be mesmerized by a blend of powerful sound, intricate formations, and stunning visuals that embody the mysterious lure of the Black Widow. The PSJA Mighty Bear Band is under the direction of Mr. John Garza, assisted by Steve Gutierrez, Daniel Garcia, Amanda Perea, Juan Rodriguez, Jennifer Hernandez, Marco Guzman, and techs Sofia de la Cerda, Emily Hernandez, Alyssa Barbosa, Allison Lopez, and Francisco Morales. With special thanks to additional help by Bear Band alumni and some amazing future Bears from Austin Middle School and Raul Izaguirre Middle School. The Bear Band is led by head drum major Gustavo Porras, drum major Isabella Duran, and drum major Gracie Blanco. So sit back, relax, and let the music weave its magic as the Mighty Bear Band presents the Black Widow. Drum majors, take it away.
Ortiz in the left. At the wall. Gone. Weslaco wins it. 6A state champions.
Tonight, we honor the team that through grit won a softball state championship. The Weslaco Lady Panthers not only won, they inspired the Valley. You see, Rio Grande Valley Athletics has a history of being the underdogs in state playoffs. But in 2024, Weslaco High School softball was a force, beating Valley schools in the playoffs, 2 San Antonio teams, and Austin Lake Trout. Winning state was gut-wrenching. In the state semifinal, pitcher Maddie Cantu and the Lady Panthers battled state-ranked Denton Gott to 13 innings, holding off the team when the bases were loaded in the final inning. The next day, in the state championship game, Waco Midway dominated until the final at-bat. Down 9-3, the girls were determined to get on base, and they did. The Lady Panthers cut into the lead, and when they were down 9-7, Andrea Ortiz, with bases loaded, made history. History for Weslaco, history for the entire Rio Grande Valley. And tonight, we celebrate our 2024 UIL Texas Class 6A State Softball Champion.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 UIL State Softball Champions. Let's give them a round of applause. As is tradition in UIL athletics throughout Texas, a state championship ring is given to every athlete to keep, remember, and cherish for the rest of their lives. Tonight, Weslaco ISD honors the state champions with a ring ceremony. Now, let's meet our state champions, their parents, and present them with their rings. On hand with the presentation are Dr. Richard Rivera, WISD Superintendent of Schools, Freddy Rodriguez, Weslaco ISD Athletic Director, and Yvette Morales, Weslaco High School Principal. And now, for the presentation of the championship rings, we start with Lola Reyes, parents Eloy and Amy Reyes. Calissa Isaguirre, parents Deborah and Osvaldo Isaguirre. Daisy and Dela Hinojosa. Parents, Coach Daniel Hinojosa also receiving his ring. And Mom Dora Hinojosa. Alexis Solis. Parents Gilbert and Lina Solis. Kira Sosa with her mom, Yvette Sosa. Bettis, parents Ivan and Hilda Bettis. Elizabeth Craig, parents Ike Craig and Adina Guerra Craig. Madison Arevalo with her mom, Lali Dena, and sister Alexis Arevalo. Emma Galvan, parents Santiago Galvan and Gloria Garcia Galvan. Andrea Ortiz, parents Juan and Ashley Ortiz. Hannah Montelongo, parents Gabriel and Francis Montelongo. Romy Nunez, parents Yvonne Nunez and Alex Bravo. Roberta Rodriguez with her mom, Bridget Perez. Madeline Cantu. Parents Tom and Mary Lou Cantu. Miranda Pantaleon. Parents Monica Moreno and Rudy Pantaleon. Mia Rodriguez. Parents, head coach Mario Rodriguez receiving his ring, along with his wife Alma Rodriguez. Sisters Clarisa and Sofia Mejia. Parents Hector and Sylvia Mejia. Team manager Abraham Garces. Parents Erasmo and Lori Garces. Assistant coaches Cruz Morales. Rolando Rodriguez. David Ortiz. Rebecca Reina. Softball trainer Ale Borrego. Coach Mario Rodriguez and his coaching staff would like to recognize and present championship rings to the softball stadium maintenance crew, Hector Caballero and Orlando Martinez. Thank you for being part of the championship journey. Okay, Lady Panthers, on 3, 2, 1, you can open your rings and show them to the crowd. Here we go now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Open the box and let's see the beautiful prize. State championship ring. Let's give our state champions a round of applause one more time. And that concludes our ring ceremony.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's special halftime performance. Taking the field is the award-winning Weslaco Panther Corps, along with the B Garza Middle School Cats Band and the Central Middle School Mighty Puma Band. The Panther Corps is under the field direction of head drum major Alexia Tirado, assistant drum majors Kristen Rodriguez and Sofia Hernandez. Sit back and enjoy tonight's performance as our middle school programs join the Panther Corps on an incredible journey performing a few fan favorites.
scores on the big jumbotron are brought to you by Taqueria El Compayito, located across the street from the high school. You can stop by after the game and get yourself a variety of taquitos and noches, which include bistec, fajitas, tripas, and more. Taqueria El Compayito, your halftime show sponsor.
Test.
As we get ready for kickoff, we would like to acknowledge our kickoff sponsor, Judge Ramon Alvarez of the 332nd District Court. Third quarter sponsor is Texas Healthcare Imaging. They're our new third quarter sponsor. Texas Healthcare Imaging, committed to your privacy for your specialized imaging in MRIs, CAT scans, and more. All kinds of diagnostic readings for you. Again, MRIs, CAT scans, ultrasounds. That's Texas Healthcare Imaging, our third quarter sponsor.
Dominate from the beginning for 48 minutes. Dominate the football game.
And we are live on YouTube in Weslaco, Texas. Yes, Bobby Lackey Stadium, Texas National Bank Field, along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison, and this is the battle for the lead in 31-6A district action. Both teams came into the game 5-2, 2-0 in district play, and at halftime, it is Weslaco, the host team, leading the PSJA Bears 14-7. And with more, let us go down to the sidelines, and here's Jada Real.
Thank you, Scott. I talked to
All right, unfortunately, some technical difficulties, but Jada, I'm sure, was telling us, talking to Coach Troman, probably trying to make some adjustments and getting things together, right?
Yeah, when she got an opportunity, way to go, Jada. I mean, she was ready to rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
She was ready.
Yeah, she had a report.
You are set. Well, you know, I'm sure she was talking. You heard her talking earlier, and she had talked to Coach Troman on what the adjustments have to be. I think I'll ask you later, Jada, but more than likely, I'm thinking she mentioned, hey, we got to start fast and finish faster. This half, you've got to go. All gas, no brakes. That's something I think Jada was going to say.
Frankie Trevino, he had a touchdown pass to Joe Leal, also to Chris Luna in the first half. But near the end of the half, Jorge Alanis rushed in from 1 yard out after a big 47-yard touchdown reception down to about the 4 by guess who?
Yeah, Vallejo. That's Ryan Vallejo. Only really one play to speak of, and that was a huge one. Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Weslaco deferred. They will get the second half kickoff in just a moment. We'll see who is going to start on offense in the second half. And the ball is going to be returned up to around the 32-yard line. Now, let's see our offensive starters for the second half.
Frankie Trevino, Eddie Munoz, Chris Luna, David Garcia, Diego Salazar, Felipe Pineda, Esteban Rocha, Gavin Jimenez, Julian Longoria, Joseph Leal, Matthew Reyes.
Mental health and well-being begins with Dr. Daniel Lozano, former athlete and proud alum of Weslaco ISD.
The big crowd here tonight, Bobby Lackey Stadium, 1st and 10 for Weslaco after the kickoff return at the 32. And it looks like it's going to be David Garcia picking up maybe a few. Let's see.
Yeah, just a couple, maybe 3 or 4 yards. Bounced off the bunch there. So now quickly an adjustment. We'll see it here. I hope we get to see on the replay. But so coming off here to start off for PSJ High, we'll see it. They're bringing up, watch him, never goes on the first shot. Hit, bounce off. Number 23 comes off the right, comes off the pile. So right now we're starting to see PSJ adjust a little bit. Now they're bringing more people up to the line. Now you have 4, 5, 6 guys at the line. Watch the line now. They're bringing up now the linebackers coming up. 21, Armando Davila, number 5. Jesus Garza for that.
Ball at the 35. It's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Now first down.
Yep, Luna gets the pass for the first down.
So already starting to see how long the Bears stay in this. We'll see. This is a little different.
Actually, a little bit short, about a yard short.
Okay, so just a bit short, stepped out. So this would be a running play, I would think.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
And so early on, you see number 99, Jaden James there, number 90 as well. That is Jacob Cuevas, right? Those two guys in the middle playing off a little bit now.
Gain of about, what, maybe 6 or 7 on that
yards,
play. Yeah, 3rd down and 1. And it will be a running play as we heard. It's going to be Trevino with it, and he is going to actually be thrown for maybe a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Yeah, they were ready for it. They adjusted. They knew that they were ready for that run. So there's the adjustment. Armando Davila, who leads this team in all sorts of little categories.
88 tackles coming into this game.
Comes up. Watch him come up. They're reading now. They're reading. They're understanding that they're trying to play this. Omar Peña comes up, and there's the adjustment that the PSJ Bears have now done. So it's a big 4th down now.
So a loss of a couple on the play. It was 3rd and 1. Now a 4th down and 3. Ball back at about the 33-yard line, and you'll figure that Frankie's going to punt.
Yes. At this point, you're too close here to not punt.
And he does.
Nice punt.
Right.
It's going to travel.
Oh, wow. And good
Inside the
position to
5,
down it.
4, 3.
Yeah, look at that.
About the 3-yard line.
Going to be
2?
Down at the 2. Let's call it that.
Wow, those rolls for Frankie are something else. Now they
was
keep
that, like a 60-yard punt?
That is an outrageous punt.
Yeah.
That's just something. So it pins PSJA. Now, so what will they do on offense? So we saw the adjustment on defense. Weslaco saw the adjustment. Okay, time to go back. Coach Stroman is going to talk. Coach Caballero, Coach Peñal, they're all going to talk about what we want to do. So now on offense, how do they attack?
Right.
Weslaco, you would think, is going to try to stay the same. They were successful.
You know what? I got to jump in here quick. We knew this was going to be a nail biter, but looking at Coach Stroman a moment ago, literally.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line, and Miles Lopez is going to hand it off, and it's going to be Jorge Alanis for a couple.
Yeah, that's number 5 coming up. That's Joseph Leal, also playing linebacker / safety tonight. Yeah, he has a touchdown already, and he has a tackle there as well. Nice tackle there by Cannon was in there as well. So Joseph Leal coming up, playing 2 ways here early.
Gain of 2 to about the 5-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Big defensive series, and it's going to be a pass. This time it'll be to about the 20. Big pass reception for about 15.
And Caleb Salas, we knew that he was going to start just a matter of time before he started going.
Isn't this his first catch of the night?
First catch of the night. Caleb Salas involved. The big 3 receivers they have, Fraga, Vallejo, and Salas.
All right, so it's going to be 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20. 3 minutes into the second half. Rolling to his right is Miles Lopez, and the ball is going to be a catch.
Yeah, nice catcher by Alec Flores. He had to get rid of it, Miles did, and it just developed down the field, found a little spot where he can catch it, and he did. Big play there by Alec Flores.
Gain of about 30 on that play.
You watch him roll out. He wants to throw the ball, waits, and just gets it right in the middle where there's really nobody else except for Alec. First down for the Bears. They're moving.
1st down and 10 at midfield, moving toward the north to the end zone, away from the video board. In this quarter is the visiting team, and this time a short pass to the left side, and it's going to be a loss on that play. The receiver, Emiliano Fraga.
Yeah, Kike Rodriguez, number 19, made a tackle. There you go. That's what the Panthers have been able to do. Good tackling. You have to. That is imperative against this team. You cannot let them get some yards after the catch. That's where they are deadly. If you let them do that, they're going to light you up very, very quickly. So far, Weslaco was trying to adjust here.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 at midfield. Again, remember, their quarterback transfer from Vela. Big winners last night. Had 1,200 yards passing last season, over 2,200 this year.
Blitz coming.
Miles Lopez, another long one, and it is broken up.
Yeah, they were trying to go deep to Vallejo, and we don't see, I'm going to see if we see a flag anywhere. I don't. Looking around, that was 2 double coverage back there.
Yeah.
There was Bo Cuellar back there, along with number 25, J.D. Martinez, who had a pick last week, number 26.
I remember Ryan was the one that had that big 47-yard catch about the same area in the first half.
Check that. Number 26 is Jacob Padilla, who's back.
All right, so it is going to be 3rd and 10. Again, ball at midfield. Alanis in the backfield along with his quarterback, Lopez. Lopez takes the snap, and he is going to run with the ball, and he is going to be 1st down.
Yeah, you got to hit him.
Nice one.
Yeah, the Panthers said, look, we want him to run.
Yeah,
we want him to run. This is where he's very effective passing the ball. He can run the ball too. Don't get me wrong, but if you're going to have to pick one, you'd rather have number 10 right there do that.
He needed 10 yards, got about 11.
Yeah, so he picked up a 1st down. Nice play there by Lopez.
And Lopez will hand off the ball this time. Right, and going to the left side, there's Alanis, and he'll pick up about 4 yards, so a short gain on that one.
Yeah, so we're starting to see PSJA is going to take a shot. If Weslaco doesn't bring enough blitz and they give them enough time, they're going to go deep.
By the way, Lopez on the season, 50 carries for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had 3 carries for no yards last week, so already doing better this week. And that was a gain of 3, going to be a 2nd down and 7. 7. And the ball is loose. It is going to be maybe a tackle for the loss if he can get it off. He does, so avoids the loss and gets a gain on that play.
Yeah, it's a nice catch. There again, all of a sudden, Caleb Salas, you know, that was a bad snap.
Yeah.
Rolled to the quarterback. You'll see it here. He was waiting high. It was low. Has to go get it, and watch the pressure coming up by Ray Castro. So he's got to get rid of it fast. Nice way to come back to your quarterback for Salas.
Gets a gain of 11 for another first down. Ball down around the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Moving the ball are the Bears as they trail by 7.
Comes a run.
Yeah, delayed run, okay. And there's Alanis, and he is going to have some lateral pursuit, but still gets 3 or 4 out of it.
Yeah, nice way to kind of come up and make a tackle. You have to tackle against this team. You keep saying it. Is the reason why. If you miss a tackle, these guys have the ability to go. I mean, they watch the delay and cuts it back inside, waiting for a block to develop. Nothing there. Then just going to put your head down and see how quickly they can move and miss tackles. They make you miss, and then they keep going here.
He really goes down low for the snap.
I told
right
you.
There. Yeah, you were right. I was just kind of watching that, focusing on it.
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
Yeah, we're talking about Lopez, the quarterback. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. And a ball is around the 25-yard line. This time he'll pass it, has a lot of pressure, gets the pass off though, and it will be close to a first down, couple yards short. Gain of 6 on the play.
Yeah, quickly trying to get the ball out there. A bunch of Panthers on their receiver is Vallejo. So you had number 22 come up. That was Joseph Banda coming up. And watch this play. He gets blitzed by Leal on the edge. He's got to get rid of it now. Does. And then somebody's got to come up. That's Padilla trying to make a tackle. And then you got to have a bunch of other Panthers come up. That's number 22, as we mentioned, Banda coming up and cleaning it up.
Senior night, we saw Joseph Banda with his parents before the game. Also a baseball player.
Right.
So the ball's around the 20, and we are going to call it 3rd down and 2. Clock running, approaching 5 minutes. And this time, running with the ball is the quarterback, and he's going to get the first down and more. He'll be about down to the 5-yard line, gain of about 15 on that play.
Yeah, so now PSJ is really starting to settle down now. Now they're starting to get into their offense. Nothing's open there, but you got to give something, right? So what do you feel? You give the run. That's what you got. You got to live with that. If you're the Panthers, you got to understand that, hey, I'd rather do that than have the passes going out to their targets and receivers.
So 1st down and goal to go. Ball around the 5-yard line. Bears trying to get the touchdown to tie it. Weslaco has led all the way in this game. And there's the snap. Alanis slips down and loses about a yard.
It gets tripped up in the backfield by Cannon. That looked like William Cannon came out from his defensive end spot and just tripped him up. He might have lost a yard on that one.
Yes.
We'll see here. Alanis wanted to move, trying to make a move in the pocket. Then he comes up and then just slips. Yeah, 88. Villa was in there as well.
So we're going to call it 2nd down and goal to go from the 6. There's the quarterback. He's 6'3", both pretty tall quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Trevino 6'2". Actually, Coach Stroman was surprised he's tall as he is. All right, there's going to be a pass toward the end zone, and it is off the fingertips of the receiver.
Broken up there by number 19. Nice play, defensive play. Intended receiver was Salas. 19 is Kike Rodriguez. Watch him come up. They're trying to get the ball, I thought, to Flores, and he was open if they got into him, but they tried to go in there, and there was nothing there.
Shame nobody was behind there for the Panthers. It could have maybe been an interception.
So I think PSJ is going to want to call a timeout. Yep.
All right. And, you know,
timeout.
We talk about the quarterbacks.
PSJA,
Miles Lopez has gone all the way this season as quarterback, but you're talking about his dad, the head coach, being a legend at quarterback. Who knows what's going to happen with his son? Talk about that.
Well, Dylan Rodriguez, he's number 7. Obviously, he plays backup quarterback here on this team. But if it's like his old dad, you know, he's probably gonna take over this team next year once obviously Miles Lopez has graduated. He's a senior. I think this is good for the Panthers. I mean, not for the Bears. Dylan, not so much for the Panthers. Dylan Rodriguez, if he's anywhere near where his old pops used to do,
right?
We were seeing him out there. He's just a youngster, but the Bears have a good one. Talking about being a coach's son and knowing the offense, I'm sure he knows this offense as pretty good as his dad is.
So we're giving you kind of a look at the future, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We got to play him next year. Next year we'll play him at PSJA.
Oh yeah, we'll make a trip up there.
Yeah, nice stadium.
Road trip.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd and goal to go from the 6-yard line. We see the Bears trying to get the first points of the second half. Almost 8 minutes in. Trips on the right, but looking toward the left is the quarterback. Has a receiver open, but he drops it.
behind him, Salas was wide open. It was just behind him. It was. It was just a pass that was behind him. Watch. Not too many of these by Lopez. Lopez is usually pretty on target. It's just a bit behind maybe. Right. And falls short. So now if you're PSJ, do you take the points? I think you do, don't you? Or do you try?
Oh, geez, that's a good question.
I mean, you're only down by 7.
I guess take the points. There's their kicker.
Yeah, that's number 88, Isael Alvarez.
Right. It's a tough decision, but probably the right one.
Yeah, get the points. Yeah. You're right. You know, at this point, you want to take something out of this drive.
23-yard attempt. Ball is down. It is up, and it is good. So with 4:12 remaining here in the third quarter, first points of the quarter, it's Weslaco still ahead of PSJ 14-10. This is a KWES production. And Fred, before we do more analyzation, wasn't that a great ceremony at halftime where the young ladies that play baseball for Weslaco, softball, that won the 6A UIL title back in, what was it, June, I think, in the capital city, Austin, at the Texas Stadium where the Longhorns play softball. Wasn't that a great ceremony of them getting their rings?
It is well deserved. I mean, these young athletes did something phenomenal. I think it's going to go down in history books. Something that we can go back to many years from now, once both you and I are never here. And they're going to be talking about this team. And hey, we were part of it. We got to see what a firework display they had, a fire show and everything. It was really cool to see. Congratulations to those athletes.
And I want to make a personal congratulations. Got to see Elizabeth Craig. Took a picture with her before the game. Got to meet her mother this summer when they had a little ceremony for the team. And it was just a great moment for all of us to see what happened, and a great video that Carlos put together honoring the team. So congratulations, and go Lady Panthers softball.
All right, that is a fair catch called by Joseph Bond. Catches it at about the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, about 25. So that they're trying to find that little hole, right? The teams now, when they kick off, they don't like to kick off deep. They try to kick short, but they try to kick in an area where there's nobody or somebody has to go field it.
Yes.
And that becomes hard because you have to communicate, kind of like an outfield. Hey, you got it? No, I got it. That kind of thing. And sometimes nobody has it, and it's a live ball. You know, that's a danger with that.
All right, so it is going to be 1st and 10 near the 25-yard line. David Garcia in running back. Our quarterback 0. Frankie Trevino. Garcia gets it, and he is not going to get too much, maybe 2 or 3.
Now the defensive line, big number 57, Joshua Castillo, making the tackle. They got to come up and make those plays. Those guys are starting to play now. Big number 90, we mentioned him earlier, Jacob Cuevas. Watch it here. Obviously, Jaden James has already made his presence felt coming up, and then you see 57 coming over. You see a couple of linebackers also come and make the play. So yeah, this defense now for PSJ has started to figure things out, I think.
Gain of 2. It is going to be 2nd down and 8 at the 27. Clock running, approaching 3 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Frankie Trevino is going to keep it, and he's going to get about 3 up to the 30. Still needs 5 more for the first down.
And Weslaco wants to do that. I mean, that's the plan, right? Again, if you go back to the 2 losses that they've had, and they were different teams obviously were playing, but the common thing was that the teams that beat PSJ ran the ball well and ran it effectively. They were patient with it. Maybe they were not successful all the time.
And that was Veterans Memorial and also PSJ North.
Right, PSJ North did it in Veterans Memorial. 2 teams that run the ball quite a bit.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5 in Weslaco territory, moving toward the scoreboard on the north side. David Garcia has it, and it looks like he's going to be a little short. We'll see.
Yeah, number 13 came up. That is Niles Alvarez, who's had an awesome game here tonight for those Bears. I think he's going to be just a bit short. Just a touch. So Panther push time, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's 4 and maybe a yard.
Richard, you're 34.
I mean, you know, I mean, at this point, do you feel maybe things are changing? What do you think?
Well, you know, it would be
try to drum off sides.
It would be a big momentum getter if you could get it.
Remember, Weslaco runs a shotgun, so they're always at least 3 to 4 yards.
Well, they're going to go for it. You know, they say no guts, no glory, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Wants to throw.
It's going to be a throw. They had slots on each side. side, incomplete, and that's not going to be a good thing.
Well, you roll the dice. You know, you wanted to get a pass pattern. You thought you could catch him, but that was a tough throw.
Right.
There was a couple of Bears there. I think I saw Matthew Gomez back there, the safety. So this gives exceptional field position to the Bears, and then you risk it, right?
Right.
I mean, you say it. This is the time you've got to go for it now. You got to put it on your defense now to try to adjust and see what they can do. But you know, you go for it, and this is a championship bout.
Right.
Coach called it last week a 12-round championship fight.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line in the Weslaco territory. Moving toward the north, away from the video board. And is there going to be a timeout?
Timeout.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, now I got to jump in here. We don't want to miss
Weslaco,
especially
their
with
first timeout of the
defense being
half.
so important. Let's have a little philosophy.
Yeah, I think Coach Vento, our first assistant, really had not a lot to say. He says tonight it's going to be simple. There's not a lot of things we're going to say. And all he talked about is, look, we talked about it this past Saturday after the win at Edinburgh North. We talked about it. We told the kids, you know, flat out, I learned something in college. I didn't learn a lot, but the little bit that I did, there's Coach Vento, the first assistant, full-time philosopher, part-time coach. Or is it the other way around? Might be. So he's talking to, I wonder if he's, getting some philosophy down with Coach Stroman. I'm sure they're talking about other things. So he says, look, this is the same thing. I learned something back in school. It's called fight or flight. When you're threatened, your home is threatened, you're going to have to fight, you're going to have to fly. What are we doing tonight? So that's still to be determined. But you see the philosophy there.
Right. All right. There's our 6'3" quarterback for PSJA, and that is Miles Lopez. So it's going to be, again,
pressure is not
first
getting
and
this
10.
point. You're going to have to go deep.
He's going to go deep. Got to receive open for a moment, but incomplete.
So Weslaco now, the adjustment, that's Vallejo. They want to go deep. Guess who they're going to go to? Yeah, Vallejo more than likely. Watch him go deep here. We're talking about the pressure. Weslaco decided that they were going to bring some pressure early in the game, and they were successful. Now, they haven't brought it as much. So that's given Lopez plenty of time. One of the things Coach Stroman said in our weekly talk, he said, look, Miles has had way too much time to pick defenses apart because we've got to do something a little different with it. You know, we'll see if this continues, but to see if the pressure can still be there.
2nd down and 10. Got trips on the right, rolls that way, feels the pressure. Now he's going to run, and he'll get about 5 out of bounds.
Yeah, pushes him out of bounds. It's Jacob Hinojosa tracing. You know, they again, good coverage downfield. So that makes Miles go. Let me repeat this again. Even though Miles can run, I mean, obviously you can see it there, he rather throw the ball.
Yes.
Why? Because he's very effective that way. I mean, look at the numbers. I mean, he's done great.
Well, what, 400 yards passing last week? Yeah. Over 2,200 this season.
So he does a good job of that. So, yeah, every time you take that away from him, that you try to anyway.
All right, now another running play, and Alanis has it. Looks like he has squirted ahead for the 1st down.
Yeah, Luna went low, hit him, but he just was able to keep his balance just enough to pick up a 1st down Bears.
Got about 6 on that play.
Watch this. Look at the balance that Alanis has. And by the way, it's been Alanis all night tonight. No Ramirez coming in yet. Watch go low. Keeps his balance. I'm going to push myself a little further to get a 1st down, and then he gets tackled by a bunch of Panthers.
Ball at the 25-yard line, Panther territory. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Let's see what they do this time. Going to go for the end zone, or are they just going to keep it on the ground? They've mixed it up a little bit tonight, and there is a penalty.
That's another timeout by Weslaco.
Timeout.
Okay. Now,
Weslaco.
All right.
Their 2nd timeout of the half.
Why we have this timeout, we recognized, and actually they've got a banner up there about the Bear Band.
Yeah.
And we recognized the girls, what happened to them during halftime. What about our band? You had a discussion with the band director of Weslaco before the game, and I know they're in competition right now.
Yeah, so congratulations to the Panther Corps. They're moving on to the next level of competition. Pigskin had, they were successful, high rating. But Rodrigo Leal, the band director, that's one thing I wanted to talk. I talked to him about a lot of things. So did you.
Yeah.
But I talked to him about that cool-looking purple suit he was wearing.
That's right. We'll talk more about that. They're going to the area round next time they're in competition. What? Is
Next
it a week
Saturday.
from Saturday?
Yeah, next
It's going to be in McAllen.
Yeah, and they're cool,
right.
man. They're good.
So after the timeout, let's see what the Bears do. It looks like another running play. It will be for Lopez, and he is going to get down to the 12-yard line, and that should be enough for the first down.
Yep.
Yes.
So now it's on the legs of Miles Lopez. And every time you do that, you're forcing him to stop and look for somewhere else to throw the ball. So he keeps it, and that's another big first down. So yeah, everybody was trending socially with that cool purple shirt.
See the signs giving directions.
I mean, it's nothing to you and I, but plenty to those guys in white, right?
Right. So it's going to be around the 15-yard line, first down and 10. Weslaco fans still happy. Their team's leading, but we'll see for how much longer. There is now a pass play, and it's going to be complete down to about the 12-yard line. Guess who?
Vallejo. Quickly out there, getting it out there quick. You know, they wanted to go deep, but there's, again, this is an extension of the run. 5-6 yards. It's a pass, but it's like a run in this offense because they do like to run it, as you saw it.
Yeah.
And Vallejo has actually done a good job of going short and picking up whatever the Panthers give you.
Well, he got 8 on that play, so it's going to be a second down and 2, and they can get a first down around the 5-yard line. Time is running out in this quarter, about 40 seconds remaining. Another pass play. Miles has it, throws to the end zone, has a receiver open, and it's going to be about a 7-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Jorge Alanis out of the backfield, wide open. There was nobody accounted for him, and it's hard to do. I mean, let's be honest, it's hard to do when you have so many playmakers. Eventually, you're going to run out of guys when you're bringing in different guys trying to cover, and it just ran out of it, just couldn't catch up to it. And that's a big touchdown for the Bears.
So Alanis now has a running touchdown and also a touchdown reception, and that has accounted for the points besides the 2 extra points potentially for this team.
Kick is up. It looks good from here.
Yeah, it is good, I believe. All right, and of course a field goal thrown in. So we have 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and PSJA takes their first lead of the night, 17-14 over the Weslaco Panthers. This is a KWES production, and obviously the tide has turned here in the second half. What has been the key so far?
Well, I think going back to that fourth down, right? That was a big momentum shift. Already, I thought that the momentum had already shifted previously when they got that field goal. That shifted. Then it completely did after that fourth down. You know, at fourth down, they missed the Panthers, and that gave them an opportunity. And with this type of an offense, you know, you can only keep them down for so long. They're so explosive. They have all sorts of playmakers everywhere. So now Weslaco, for the first time tonight, it finds themselves losing this game early here. Well, you know, still late in the third quarter, and they're behind, I should say, 17-14. So can Weslaco rebound? Can this offense, again, 2 possessions and nothing for Weslaco High. So Weslaco High offense has to get going.
Alanis, by the way, coming into the game, 9 catches for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. There is the kickoff, and of course Alanis also has 3 touchdowns on the ground. So on the year, I guess he has, what, about 7 touchdowns now. Kickoff, and Weslaco with the ball again.
Yeah, Damian Porras just took a knee on that one. He says, okay, this is where we're going to start everybody. And so that's where they go. Weslaco High, they need to answer here. You kind of feel that if things still kind of get going here, you know, Weslaco might be behind here for some time.
Weslaco 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Going to be a running play. Garcia has it, and he'll pick up a few.
A nice tackling there by the guys in white. Running right up the middle was Garcia. And they're going to keep doing that. You know, they're again, we keep going back to that's the plan. That's the game plan. And it worked well in the first half. Time is running out. I think Weslaco is going to let them go here this third quarter.
Extra effort actually gave him a couple more yards, so he probably got about 5. Time will run out here in the third quarter. And it is now PSJA, the Bears, over Weslaco, 17-14. It is the battle for the lead in District 31 6A. This is a KWES production, and obviously it's been exciting. It's everything we expect expected. It's been competitive, but the second half has been dominated by the Bears.
I think we thought we were going to see a lot of offense, and it hasn't completely yet happened. I think we're starting to see it now. Can Weslaco, I think we've seen a little bit more from the Bears. Now, can Weslaco put things together, right? I mean, that's going to be the question. Can they kind of go on offense? Looks that the Bears adjusted here in for the second half, and they've adjusted to the running game.
Right.
See if they can, the Panthers can adjust too.
All right, so we're getting ready for the fourth quarter. Frankie Trevino, what a season he's been having.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can bring the Panthers back from behind. It is going to be second down and 5. Panthers will be moving toward the north end zone here in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be a misdirection running play and just a couple yards at most, if that many, for David Garcia.
Yeah, very small amount of gain, nothing big. But, you know, you had some good runs in the first half. We go back to that. But they were patient. But this defense is a senior-led team. Matter of fact, the whole team. This is a senior-heavy team. Okay, they're going to graduate a lot.
Going to say no gain on the play. So third down and 5. What do you do now?
So they've seen a lot. I think you have to do your best thing, and what's worked is keeping the ball with Frankie. I really do. I really think you have to keep number 0 somehow figured out and have him run with the ball somehow.
All right. Frankie is going to drop back. He might run. He's rolling. He is going to run, and he is going to get that first down.
Yeah.
He is going to be up at the 40-yard line. He got it by a couple, got about 7 on that carry.
Yeah, that's what's been working. Why? Because you have to find a guy with him. Now, you don't want to spy him. In other words, you don't want to put one guy on him because then you lose a guy on defense. But everybody's running through it. You know, lots of pressure there by Joshua Castillo, but it's enough for Weslaco to get a first down.
Ball at the 40 in Weslaco territory, and this time it's going to be Garcia, and he is dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a lot of penetration now. Niles Alvarez comes up and makes a hit, and really nowhere to go there for Garcia. Watch this. Watch number 13. And you need to get off the block. Are you here to get off the block? And once you get off the block, make a tackle. And that's what you want to do. Nice getting off there. That block just what developed didn't hold enough. So the offensive line now is going to be asked to just hold it a little longer so they get the running back and get going.
Second and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Approaching 10 minutes remaining in regulation. Weslaco still looking for their first points of the second half. We've got trips on the left. Dropping back, going toward the right is Trevino, and that ball's incomplete.
Almost intercepted. Jesus Garza says, "Oh boy, I want that one back." And he had his bare paws on it for a second. Watch this, Frankie trying to get it in the middle there to Luna. There's a lot of traffic there. Watch number 5. Oh, yeah.
So a break that time for Weslaco. And again, let's see if they are going to run or pass. I know you want to see Trevino run. We may see it.
Yeah, I think that's been working.
Second down and 10. Ball at their 40. Trevino has it. He'll pass this time down the left side. And is there going to be a penalty?
There should be one, but they're not calling it.
Incomplete.
Luna and Matthew Azuara were battling for the ball, and they got tripped up. Watch it here on the replay. There's not a flag. Coach is talking to them. Watch this deep going. The ball is in the air. I don't know if we're going to see it here, but then there's there before even the ball falls, there's interference or a tackle.
And Luna's down.
Yeah, Luna was going full speed, and he got tackled basically.
Right.
I mean, he got tackled, and it wasn't called.
All right. Well, let's hope this young man is all right. So important on both offense and defense as they attend to him. Now, next game for Weslaco will be on the road.
Right.
They are going to be next Friday night at Edinburgh, and they'll be taking them. PSJA hosts Edinburgh North next Friday at 7:30 p.m. Both games at 7:30.
Yeah.
So
should be interesting. Both games. Edinburgh North came up short against La Jolla. La Jolla beat Edinburgh North last night. So, you know, Edinburgh North is going to be hungry, and they take on this PSJA team. Weslaco also, you know, we haven't checked the score. Maybe we'll check it later here in a minute, see how Edinburgh is doing. And that's just a little bit of a look ahead to next week. You know, we still got 10 minutes here. This is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be 4th down and 10. Luna now off the field. Let's hope he's all right. Frankie Trevino, the punter. High snap, but he'll get it off easily. Ball is going to bounce and picked up about the 10-yard line and be returned to about the 40, better part of 30 yards on the return.
Yeah, they think they brought it back. That was number 8. That was Matt Aswada who brought it back. Nice return there for the Bears. Hey, it is Kiss Cam. All the participants are being brought to you by the guys in purple. Lots of people here. Yeah, this is a fun part. I know you're at home thinking, what in the heck is going on? Well, this is one of the best parts of being at Lackey. The Kiss Cam. Hey, way to go, sir. Congrats. All right, sir. Orale, she says. She take a little bit of this. Love is in the air, folks. Lackey. Everybody's looking at each other like, hey, it's our turn. Really? Okay, well, maybe next time. Sure.
Maybe that was his sister.
Yeah, maybe it could happen. Pressure, pressure, pressure. No?
Yep.
Not much.
Pass is caught, and it'll be down at about the 45-yard line. Maybe a little short of the first down.
Yep.
Actually, quite a bit. It'll be a gain of maybe 5 or 6.
Caleb Salas coming across the middle, that crosser. And you have to chase him, and he's fast. So you have to go get him. And they finally got him, but nice pickup about 5 yards there for the Bears.
All right, so we'll call it 2nd down and 5. Bears at their own 41-yard line. Have to get to the 46 for the first down. Trips on the left side. Lopez looks that way. Now he looks right. A lot of pressure. Gets around it. Still has the ball. Throwing it way downfield, incomplete.
Yeah, there's nothing there. And Miles bought time, and Ryan Vallejos says, hey, man, I'll get down for you.
All right, let's see the replay. Analyze it, Fred.
Yeah, there was basically nothing happening down the field. I mean, he had nothing on the right, nothing on the left. Came back to the right and just gave the old nod, like the old helmet going up and say, hey, you gotta go deep. And they just got out of that one. Do it all over again. The 3rd and 5.
Do you pass it or run it on this one?
I think at this point, if you can pass it, I think that the crossers around the middle for Salas have been open behind the defense. See if they go that route.
Well, he is going to pass it, it looks like. Stops. A lot of scrambling. Almost got tackled back at his own 30. And he is going to rush ahead just short of the first down.
Yep.
But, boy, it looked like he was going to lose yardage, maybe gain 4.
He put his head down. He wanted to get a first down. He looked like he did.
All right, looked a little short at first, but they'll give him forward progress.
Yeah, nice way to kind of end the tackle here. Puts his head down. That's a different play that we're watching there. That was a run earlier. Or maybe that's in the future. Wait a minute. Are we watching future plays?
Right. All right, first and 10.
Do we have the technology for that?
KWES probably does.
There
Ball
it
for
is.
46. Going to be a running play this time, and it's going to be Alanis. And he is going to get down to about the 25. That could be almost, like a 30-yard run.
Yeah, it is. I think it is. I mean, you came up and you try to make a tackle here, and the defense has been out there for quite some time. So you're having to rotate some players now because, I mean, you've been out there for some time. You're huffing and puffing. It's just been racing and trying to catch 10. Now I think they're going to try to go deep here if you're the Bears.
So it's 1st and 10. Ball at the 32-yard line in Weslaco territory. Alanis has it, and this time only gets a couple.
And nothing much there, just a couple of runs, and Alanis goes down there. He's been brought down by a big number 98 on a tackle. That was number 98. That is Alexander Jimenez, a young sophomore, with a tackle.
Timeout.
All right. So
PSJA, their 2nd timeout of the half.
Well, PSJA has burned off at least 2 timeouts so far. And what about some of the other action tonight, Fred?
We were obviously the big games happening. The city of Weslaco is involved in different games that are happening across the valley. The big ones, I think, was the PSJA North game, the Weslaco East one, the latest we had. I know that it was a tight one between McAllen and Rio Grande City.
Okay.
But 17-7. Harlingen South at the half was beating Donna High. It was 21-0 at the half there for Weslaco East. I'm sure that
they were winning or losing.
They were losing.
Okay.
To PSJA North. So
that's
Weslaco,
nothing to be ashamed of.
The community of Weslaco was playing all PSJA teams here.
Yeah. North's a tough team.
Yeah, they are. One of the best in the Valley for sure. They are. That's just the way it is.
So it is going to be 2nd and 7. Again, ball near the 30-yard line in Weslaco territory. Delayed handoff. Alanis has it, and Jorge is going to get the first down. It looks like he just about got 7. That's what he needed.
Yeah, he needed just to pick up a first down, and now you're starting to see this deliberate offense for PSJA starting to go to work. We told you there was just a matter of time by this offense really got going, and they had. So the key now is, can Weslaco stiffen up here? They've been able to. Give up a field goal would be great here, but I just have a feeling now with the first down and 10, now you can try the end zone a couple of times.
Ball at the 22-yard line in Weslaco territory, moving toward the scoreboard side. South side of the field. Trips on the right side. Empty backfield.
Wants to call a timeout.
Yeah. So that's our last timeout.
Yeah, that is.
Timeout. PSJA. Their third and final timeout of the half.
That was quick, right?
Yeah. Let's look at this situation for Weslaco, win or lose. Aren't they in a pretty good position for a playoff berth?
Yeah, they are. At this point, let's kind of, just by records, right? You still got some games to play.
You got what left? Edinburgh,
you have
on the road,
and then you have Economitas back here.
Yeah.
All right. So Weslaco, regardless of what happens here, for both teams, PSJA and Weslaco are probably two of the favorites to go into the playoffs, right? And then after that, will it be Edinburgh High? Will it be Edinburgh Economitas? It just depends. So some games to be played, but I do feel confident in those 4 teams: Economitas, Edinburgh High, Weslaco, and PSJA High will be your representatives for 31-6A. And as of right now, 90% lock. It looks like Weslaco, if they go into the playoffs, they will probably play San Benito. So that's just something to think of. Keep it in the back of your head there for later years.
Trips on the right side. Pass up the middle. Incomplete. By the way, I was eating at a restaurant in Weslaco last night talking about San Benito. They were playing Freddie Fender.
Oh, really?
I think the last teardrop falls.
Yeah. So just an update. Edinburgh
Offside.
and Edinburgh High.
Defense, number 19.
Jeez.
5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Not too many penalties in this half.
Not many. Edinburgh High and Edinburgh Economitas, which is important in our district, in District 31-6A. Edinburgh High is beating Edinburgh Economitas at this point, 17-9. So if that stays, the winner of tonight will be in first place. The loser tonight will go in a second. And then third place will probably be Edinburgh High. And then, of course, Weslaco and Edinburgh High play next week. So that kind of puts things in perspective.
2nd down and 5. PSJ trying to increase their lead. Pass over to the right side, and that is incomplete too. Intended for the running back, Jorge Alanis.
Just a bit short. Couldn't quite get there. So now, clock is still running, but when you pass the ball, though, that's the issue. The clock stops, right? Every single time.
And obviously, once you have the lead, you want to run the clock.
Right, and that was just a bit behind him, a little too short. Couldn't quite get his hands on it, so did Alanis there.
So 2nd down, actually, is it 3rd down and 5 now?
Now it's a third, it should be a, wait a minute, no, 2nd down and 5 and 5.
Okay. Good. Yep. So here we go. We'll see what they do on this play. And it's going to be a delayed handoff to Alanis, and he'll pick up maybe 7 or 8.
So we thought, that we were going to see different players come up and play, and we've seen Alanis all night tonight.
Right.
Gabriel Ramirez, number 20, hasn't played tonight, and he usually got to play because Alanis, number 22, you see there, was injured. So number 20, Gabriel Ramirez, was one of those guys that would come in. But no need for that tonight, as you've seen so far here. It's been number 22 all the way through.
Got 4 on that play, Alanis. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Ball at about the 14-yard line in Weslaco territory. Quarterback has it. Quick pass, and it is incomplete to Alanis.
When you put pressure on the quarterback and he's got to get rid of it before anybody's ready, you've got to throw it. I think here PSJ goes for it. I really do. I think you're up by 3. You take the risk. What'd you say? No risk, no reward.
No guts, no glory.
That's right. I think you go for it and you live with it if you don't pick it up. Weslaco has to put pressure, and they have to do it. It's a big 4th down play here for the Panthers.
Yes, it is. Alanis has it. No, actually, the quarterback kept it. He's going to scramble, and he's going to be short on that pass. It dropped in front of the intended receiver.
Salas. Now, there's a flag, but I think at this point, it'll be on the offense.
Another triple man downfield.
Yeah.
Offense, number 76. That penalty is declined. First down, Weslaco.
That's so hard to do, you know.
Well, there's the replay.
Watch him run out. When he goes back, the offensive linemen have already gone forward.
Yes.
Your quarterback, you don't know your quarterback is running for his life.
Right. Pass is short. So both teams went for it on 4th down. So have both those attempts kind of negated each other?
I think that could be a momentum killer either way.
Right.
Or create momentum for Weslaco. At least you hope that if you're a Panther fan. If you're not, if you're a Bear fan, you're saying, yeah, let's keep the momentum this way.
But unfortunately, Weslaco didn't have the field position that PSJA had when they got it.
Right.
So now let's see if they can move it upfield. And on the first down pass, it's going to be good for about 5 yards.
Yeah, that is number 88. Nice to see Felipe Pruneda, the tight end / slot receiver, can play it all basically on that offensive line. But they go to him quickly, and that play is going to be open there because they're focusing a lot on the run now. What's going on here? Weslaco, is somebody calling a timeout? Yeah, well, the official's calling something.
All right, yeah.
Let's see what
Please put the clock at 6:45. 6:45.
Well, sure.
Yeah, so we get 14 more seconds.
I take that. Who's messing around with the clock?
Yeah. By the way, nice night. You know, we've got winds about 10 miles an hour, some gusts maybe up to 15.
Nice.
You know, I think it's in maybe the low 80s, upper 70s now. So it's humidity about 69%. It's been a pretty decent night for football. Weather-wise, clear skies.
So. Yeah, definitely.
Weslaco, Texas. What are we, about 10 miles from Mexico?
Maybe. Yeah, close.
All right, so it is going to be 2nd down and 7. Dropping back, Frankie Trevino got a receiver open and bobbled it and couldn't quite hold on.
If he would have caught it, that would have been some
David
damage.
Garcia.
I mean, he had number 3, Cody Longoria, on him. And Cody had a chance to bring him down, but at least it would have picked up some yards. They were trying to pick up the first down. Coming across the middle, out of the backfield, is Garcia just couldn't handle it.
And I got to ask you this question. You haven't said Cody Longoria's name much tonight. Obviously, what, MVP, defensive player in District 31 6A this year.
Right.
Have they done a good job blocking him?
Yeah, the fact is that he's been asked to kind of do other things. Not so much be involved on the play, but look out for other guys. I think he's been involved somewhere else.
All right. Rolling play now for Trevino to the left. And he has got a couple guys breathing down his neck. And he goes out at about the 15. So not much gain on that. Maybe a loss even.
Yeah, he had to really run, and he did.
Yeah, lost maybe a yard.
Now it's going to bring up a 4th down, and if you're Weslaco, you got to get it out of here.
No, you can't go down here.
No.
Because they're already be in field goal range.
Sure. Good pressure there. We've been talking about Castillo, number 57. Joshua Castillo, number 99. Jaden James have been a terror all evening here for this quarterback, Frankie Trevino. Frankie, you need your best punt of the year here, my friend.
Going to punt it from about his 5. Let's see where it heads.
It's going to drop?
Yeah, it's going to go into their territory, but it's going to be returned, and a nice return down to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Matthew Asawada, the young sophomore, that makes a play here, brings it back. Nice return into Weslaco territory. Can this defense get it done one more time? They're running out of time. Those bedazzled shoes of Frankie are pretty good for punting too, huh?
Did I hear it takes about 2 hours to bedazzle them?
2 hours? Some of these guys said they stayed up all night.
Oh,
I don't know if Coach Stroman was happy about that, but they stayed up quite a bit into the morning time. They kind of look like this young fan afterwards taking a nap.
I remember banners being put up, but that's like a neon. Must have batteries in it or something. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty fancy.
Where can I buy you one of those? I'd love to make one for you.
Okay. Yeah, that is some, what do you call, high tech, huh?
Yeah.
High tech for poster signs.
Yeah, no posters here, buddy. This is nice.
All right, so it's going to be 1st down and 10. Amazed what the fans can do. And dropping back, Miles Lopez looks downfield, has a receiver open. It's caught. And is it a touchdown?
Yep.
So that's going to be a 35-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Caleb Salas going deep, had an opportunity. Bo Cuellar was there. Matter of fact, Bo Cuellar probably touched that ball at the same time that Caleb Salas did. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Goes deep. Watch this. Boquay puts his hand on there, and is in there for a second, and then Salas comes down with an extra. Great catch. Great throw.
He had, I think, over 100 yards catches last week. Had 463 coming into this game. 33 catches. Now his 4th receiving touchdown of the season. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So PSJA ahead 24-14, 6:17 remaining. By the way, who's number 11? That was their holder, I believe.
So there's let's hold on a second. Right. There's a flag on the field.
Okay.
So number 11 for PSJ, that's Alec Flores.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's laundry on the field. I'm not exactly sure what it was. This happened during the extra point, obviously. Let the official talk about it. Might have happened after the play. We'll see.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, wow.
That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Okay, so 24-14 is the score. PSJA ahead of Weslaco about the midway point of the 4th quarter. 6:17 left. This is a Weslaco, KWES, I should say, production of Weslaco football. And football, Fred, is it desperate time now, or do you still try to keep your normal playbook?
Well, you know, what coming now, we saw in the second half, as soon as Weslaco got the ball, first possession out of the second half, first point in the 3rd quarter, you saw a different defense for PSJ High. I mean, you saw their adjustment. Weslaco has not adjusted to that yet, and by that I mean they've been stopping the run. They've been able to stop the run, and they're trying to make you one-dimensional. Now, so if you're Weslaco, do you continue the run? And if so, how do you run it? And if you're not going to run, okay, so what are we going to do that works against this defense? That's going to be the key. We thought we were going to see it on the other side. We thought it was going to be Coach Ramirez, the defensive coordinator for Weslaco, and Coach Rodriguez, the offensive coordinator for PSJ. But it's the opposite side. Now, Coach Peña, the offensive coordinator for Weslaco, needs to do something. Coach Garza, the defensive coordinator. It seems like a lot of work. That's going to go deep now.
Yeah, that'll go deep, and that'll be a touchback. So, again, we have 6:17 remaining.
Yeah, but you have to do something. You have to, not desperation mode, but you have to score here. I mean, it's gotten to that point. 6:17 left. You're down 10. Even if it takes you 2 or 3 minutes,
right,
you still need to score. I mean, that's just it. And Weslaco hasn't just quite been able to run the ball as effectively as the first half.
They're at their own 25-yard line after the touchback. 1st and 10. Frankie Trevino at quarterback. Pretty much David Garcia has gone the whole way in the second half. Trevino back. Now he'll run. And he is going to slide and get about 8 yards.
Yeah, and you know, that might be a combination of those type of things that they need to do. Because they're coming up, and you have to run. If Frankie sees nothing and everybody's going into coverage, you're going to have 10 yards. So get those 10 yards and then take go out of bounds or take a slide.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd down coming up.
It's about 5.
Yeah. Weslaco has the ball over the 30-yard line. Frankie drops back, feels the pressure, rolls to his right. This time he'll run again, and he is going to get, I think, the 1st down.
Whoa, that might give you a 15. We're looking for a flag. No, it might have been incidentally. A couple of players also a bear fell down there. So no harm, no foul. At least if you're a Panther fan, you're thinking, wait a second. Well, no foul. At least we don't see anything.
Yeah.
So,
okay, they're going to mark him, I guess, a little short.
A yard short.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd and 1. There's Frankie. Again, as we mentioned, receiver last year. Adjusted well. Has improved all along the season. So 3rd and 1, ball at the 34-yard line in Weslaco territory. This time he drops back, lofts it up, and it's going to be good for the 1st down. And it is Luna. Luna gets to the 40, so he picks up a few on that play.
He's slippery, isn't he?
Yes.
It's slippery.
And remember, he got shaken up earlier.
Yeah, he's a guy that really, you try to give him a hit, and he always gives you nothing.
Yeah.
He gives you nothing to hit. And if you do hit him, he's going to try to spin out of it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
So I wound up with about 5 or 6 in that play. Going to be at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock continues to run, under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Frankie dropping back, a lot of pressure, screen pass, and it is going to be good up to about the 50-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of about 4.
Wide receiver, tight end screen there for Felipe Prunieda right in the middle there. They're just trying to find something that works, and you got to give it to the Panthers for at least trying that. You know, they're trying different things. And this defense also for PSJA has all of a sudden, we said it earlier, they've stiffened up. They've made some adjustments. You want to keep them out there, but you're running out of time here. Weslaco needs to answer.
2nd down and 5. Ball at the 47-yard line in Weslaco territory. Frankie Trevino going back, and he is going to find a receiver down at the 45-yard line in the territory of PSJA, gain of about 7 or 8.
Yeah, I think cramps are going to be an issue now. As a matter of fact, Joseph Leal there, the catch, and then he goes out of bounds with a cramp. They're gonna stretch him out there. Yeah, you know, it's still kind of muggy out there. You still gotta, you know, sometimes because it's not as hot, you think, well, I'll chill on the O2 on the water and all this other stuff. But no, you got to keep drinking that their body has still been out there for quite some time.
So there is timeout on the field. What is the timeout situation right now?
So I think at this point, Weslaco has one. PSJ got rid of them early on.
Yes.
PSJ has no timeouts left. So Weslaco has one. So you know, I'm sure they're going to keep that as much as possible. So now if you're Weslaco, you say, okay, guys, this is going to be our chance. This is going to be, this is where we try to go for it and pick up a touchdown to give ourselves a little bit of time to at least get the ball back. You know, whether...
Okay, and now if they score, I know it depends on how long it takes. Are we to the point where we need onside kicks?
I think we're going to get to that, especially if I think it might take Weslaco 2 minutes to either get a field goal or a touchdown if they score it all in this possession. I think so.
Well, I think they got to get at least 3 or it's over, okay?
And now you see a change at running back and forth. Weslaco goes now. Now you bring in David Fuentes, number 20. David Pettis, I'm sorry. David Pettis, number 20.
Yep.
Young sophomore.
And he's the one that's related to the late Freddie Fender. All right. With the ball is Trevino. Gets away. Thought he was going to get arm tackled, but he's going to get a nice gain to the 36-yard line. And I'll tell you what, he really got away on that one.
Pulled the old Houdini on us, didn't he?
So he got about 9 on that. Got about 9.
He had nowhere to go. I mean, let's be honest. Everything had broken down. They were going to try to set up a quick screen to David Pettis, it looked like. And then nothing developed. And Frankie says, yeah, I'll try to see if we can get a first down here. Clock continues. Well, they went out of bounds.
Yes, that was a break for Weslaco.
So they didn't have to worry about that yet.
They've got to get to about the 36.
Number 23 back in there now. That's David Garcia back in the running back spot.
So Frankie calling the plays. Got trips on the right. Looks that way for a moment. Now goes left. Long pass downfield. Incomplete. Looks like Leal was the intended receiver.
Then number 9, there was Carlos Ochoa. First time we called his name.
Wow. Okay, he's in for the first time.
Carlos Ochoa was out there. They were trying to go deep. But you're right. That ball sailed.
No, it was good to see him. He's made some contributions this season.
So I think Weslaco understands that yes, time is of the essence here. We've got 3:59 left to go. We've got to get a score. If you don't get I think here you just get a first down and then you hurry up. You go into your fast offense here for Weslaco. First down comes first up.
3rd down and 1. Trips on the right side. There's going to be a penalty.
Oh, geez, that might get him they might give him the first one. And Julian Leongora's having fun out there. The old soccer play.
Defense.
Do we have that as a replay?
Yeah. That 5-yard penalty.
That in itself is a highlight.
First down.
And I do want to mention their kicker, by the way, for PSJA is a guy that's played soccer, right?
Yeah.
And he got injured before the game, but yet he's done pretty well.
Julian Longoria doing his best soccer imitation after a foul.
Right. So, again, 1st down and 10. Ball at the 31-yard line after the penalty. Calling the plays. Frankie Trevino, and this time he'll run and get about 3 or 4.
Yeah, that has been, Frankie has been the go-to guy. I mean, we were playing around with Coach Stroman, but...
Well, what, he got like a 58-yard run for a touchdown last week.
He's RB1A, right? I mean, basically, when he does that, this makes a complete different looking offense for Weslaco.
2nd down and 6. Ball at the 27-yard line. kind of taking their time.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, clock running down to about 3:20.
Outside's PSJA. Well, it depends.
Do you think they need to have a little more urgency at the line of scrimmage?
I think at this point, Weslaco understands that, look, we're either field goal range if we can, and if not, a touchdown. Call.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. Offsides, defense, number 99. False start, offense, number 23. Those penalties will offset. Second down.
That's a bit interesting. Doesn't, yeah, I'm not even going to go through that. I was just going to try to analyze that.
Just let it go.
You know, I'm like, wait a minute.
Just be glad that Weslaco didn't get the only penalty.
All right. Well, at least we get to do it again. Maybe that's just their way of saying, hey, look, guys, let's start all over again. Maybe.
Second down and 6. All right. Let's see what they do. Trips on the right side. One back in the backfield with Trevino. Trevino now will roll toward the right. Now will go left. And I think he'll run. No, he'll pass. And it is...
That is caught. No.
Is it caught?
Looks like it hit the ground.
Hit the ground.
The official is very adamant. That was D'Angelo Gonzalez saying, are you kidding me? Where's replay when you need it?
Of course, we saw D'Angelo catch a touchdown. Doesn't play that much as far as a receiver catching the ball, but did have a touchdown a couple games ago.
Yeah, the official was in prime position to see that. So when he comes in and says no,
yeah, he was adamant about it.
Yeah, he was. So that you gotta take that. He was right there. That's his job. He makes that so that goes. In the meantime, there's a player down for the Bears.
3rd down and 6. They lined up with slots on each side, but as you mentioned, there's going to be a timeout for a moment to discuss the situation.
Yeah, we talked about that. Some of the players are starting to cramp up already. You know, and it's been a long game. And we started at 7:30, right?
Right.
I mean, it's time we start.
At least the sun is down by then now.
Yeah, but it's still a long game. A lot of running back and forth. You know, you've got a lot of points up. This Weslaco offense has been on the field quite a bit here. They've already, what is it, 3-4 minute drive already?
Right.
So they're down. We're talking about it was at the 6-minute mark, almost 7 minutes. Now it's 3 minutes in.
By the way, looking at the Bears defense this year, they do have 14 sacks. Cody Longoria has 2.5 of them. You mentioned Omar Pena. He has 33 tackles and 3 sacks. And we looked at Jaden James, and he had 40 tackles and 1.5 sacks coming in. So they're a dangerous team on defense.
Matthew Gomez, number 6, it looks to be okay. He's running up in his own power. It's good to see. Yeah, sometimes those cramps get you, you know.
Right.
Big play here for Weslaco, huh?
3rd down and 6, and then, you know, I think they're out of field goal range. Do you? Or?
At this point, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Trevino's got a pretty good foot.
Yeah, but you're right. It's still a little bit too far.
Right. So I think you got to go for it on 4th if you don't make it here on 3rd and 6. There is Trevino. He would kick the long field goals, also does the punting. And he is going to look downfield, and he's going to be sacked. We talked about the sacks. There's another one.
That's a coverage sack. Really, at that point, the coverage was good. The blocking was great. He just ran out of time. And you got to give it to Jaden James to keep working.
Yeah.
He continued to keep working, and he got a big sack. And now you're deep in 4th down. You know, you're down with quite a bit of yards now. It's a 4th down, and Weslaco has to go deep.
Looks like 15 or 16 at least.
Yeah, nice play there by the Bear defense.
There goes Trevino. He's going to run, but I don't think, is he going to be able to run for it? It'll be close, but I don't think he got it.
I don't think so. Nah, he's a few yards short, about 5 yards short or so, maybe more.
So he gave it his best effort. That can't be argued.
Yeah. Again, you got to give it to this PSJA Bear defense. They have really done a fantastic job of slowing down this explosive Weslaco offense to 14 points here.
Let me start getting some credit to our staff here.
Yeah.
Our executive director, Carlos Robledo, did a nice job introducing the young ladies when they got their rings.
Yep.
And, of course, he'll be on the post-game show with reporter Mike Gonzalez. Our technical director, Mike Palacios. Our cameras tonight, of course, Vinny Berry, he's on the road.
Right.
But we've got Don Ramirez, Val Zamora, Amadeo Barones, and also a new guy, right, this year?
Yeah, Julian Olivares. King,
all right.
King Julian.
Yeah, and instant replay, Adrian De Leon, graphics. Nathan Pena, I do want to mention him in a moment after this play, something special. Going to be a running play, and that'll get a few yards. You know, Mr. Pena, he's relatively new to the staff in the last couple of years. He designed the graphics that are on the new buses. Isn't that pretty cool?
Hey, can they put that on the side of my car?
So gain of 4 on that play. Okay,
Let me know, buddy.
Yeah, keeping us up on line. Okay, Ralph Garces. Also, we much respect our KWES secretary giving us all our rosters, Mina Garcia, and of course our sound engineer, Joe Leal. So thank you all for another great job today. We haven't had a home game in a while, but our staff, as usual, make us look good, even though we try as hard as we can to look bad.
We really missed you guys. We were on the road quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now that we're back, we don't miss you that much anymore.
2nd down and 6. Not much there, maybe even a loss.
Yeah, Bears are going to be content with running every single one of these. Yeah.
Right. Was it one timeout, or is Weslaco out?
Yeah, Weslaco, remember, I think Weslaco he has one timeout left, and Weslaco's not going to stop the clock. At least I don't think so.
No, maybe at this point.
With one timeout anyway.
Yeah, they may.
I think you stop him here, and then you try to use it. But.
All right, so if the score stays this way, Weslaco, they'll drop to 2nd in 31-6A.
Right.
And they will have their first loss in district. They'll be 2-1 and 5-3 overall after a 5-game winning streak. Great job there.
Yeah.
And the Bears, we'll tell you after this play, a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He's just going to throw it away. We'll see if that's intentional grounding or not. And we will see.
It might be.
Yeah, it might be. We will see the Bears. They will improve to 3-0 in conference.
Right.
And overall, they will be 6-2.
So, yeah, they're going to call intentional grounding on the Bears.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 10. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. It also includes a loss of down. It will be 4th down.
So that sets up, basically, because of, let's say, again, keeping in mind the score stays the same. PSJA moves into first place. Weslaco and Edinburgh High move in to a 2nd place tie, which will be basically fixed, solved next week as Weslaco travels to Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburgh and taking on the Bobcats next Friday night. Should be a good one, too.
Cody Longoria has the ball go behind. That's going to be a safety, right?
Yep.
All right, so 2 points added to the scoreboard, and Weslaco will now have 16, PSJA 24.
I don't think it was by design. Do you think?
No, because doesn't that put Weslaco just down by 8?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So there's no way you would just do that. No.
Well, what would you get from that? Give it 2 points?
No, because it makes it a 1-score game.
Unless you say, well, we didn't want to kick it to them, but you're going to have to kick it to them anyway.
Yeah. Now that
maybe that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that safety does go, right?
Yeah, it just goes across. I mean, you know, they'll see what the official says, but it should count. You know, I mean, it wouldn't be on top behind them, so we'll see how.
I don't see. Is it up on the scoreboard yet, though?
Not yet.
Yeah,
I don't see it. So now this is interesting because Weslaco now will have an opportunity to put up some points.
But it did go out of the end zone, right?
I saw it go out of the end zone.
Yeah, all right.
I did, unless...
I just want to make sure that my eyes didn't play tricks on myself.
You know what? Both of us, this could have happened to both of us. I don't know. Now you've got me double thinking, too.
Yeah,
the ball went on the end because look at where they're kicking from.
All right.
You know, so, well, you know, at this point... that's why I was even asking at this point, does it even matter, you know?
No, we do have to give a final score at some point.
Yeah, so this is Weslaco will have good field position if they choose to run it back.
Right. Yeah, now finally the 2 points are put up.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So what happened here? Was somebody offsides? That's the only thing I can think of. That's going to back up maybe PSJA even more back.
But look at this, okay?
More, yeah.
So if Weslaco could return the punt for a touchdown,
right,
and get the 2-point conversion, it's a tie score, right?
That just seems like a lot of stuff has to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you only have one timeout left. If you feel that, and even if you do.
But you're right. But now to be within one, that was a major mistake for PSJA. So. Okay, they may win this game, but that was a major error.
They're going to try to field
That keeps Weslaco in this game.
D'Angelo's going to have an opportunity to return it.
Yeah.
He gets back to midfield.
Right.
Yeah, at least to midfield.
I mean, Frankie could throw a Hail Mary or something still if it comes down to that.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
Look at this return by D'Angelo. There was a crease. Really one guy to beat. Watch him in the middle and then cuts it back inside there. Somebody comes from the backside. Had an opportunity, boy. That would have been dangerous. So obviously PSJ goes into prevent. Weslaco's going to chuck it up as far as they can.
All right, they have it in midfield. Of course, Frankie Trevino at quarterback. You assume he's going to pass unless he runs for the sidelines. A flag. So is it a free play or not?
We'll see here. Yeah, there's a flag. We'll see what they call here. Usually it's in the area of holding. We'll see what happens here, but that's
substitution infraction. Defense. 12 players on the field participating in the play. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Wow, these are some major mistakes in my mind. The late going for PSJ. I mean, had 12 men on the field,
especially if Weslaco does score. Yeah, it becomes disastrous.
They're helping Weslaco stay in it. I mean, I'm not trying to be a homer here, but
but you're right. I mean, with 30 seconds left, you gave him a penalty. You gave him 2 points.
Yeah. I mean, now it's a one-score game. I just keep saying that. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Does anybody even know what a record is anymore? So.
A record?
Even if I said cassette, no one would know.
Clock operator, please put 38 seconds on the clock.
Yes, please.
All right.
The Bear fans are like, what?
Yeah.
Weslaco's 38? Shouldn't it be 48?
We do appreciate all the Bear fans making the trip.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Nice people. We had a good time. They're very, very nice people.
Yeah, and all the Bear fans for listening. We're not trying to be negative on your team. We're just trying to analyze.
No. I'm sure they agree with you. They're probably saying the same. Wait a minute. What happened here?
Now another penalty.
The clock didn't get started.
All right.
That's the only thing I can think of. The play clock might have not taken off.
I'm not sure.
Is it the home cooking? Let's see.
Now it's.
Please start the clock on the snap.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So there it is. Yeah. The play clock. The 25-second play clock didn't start. Now it starts. Okay. Now we're back in business.
So Weslaco is now what? With all this movement, it's like 2nd down and 5, 1st and 5, and trying to figure all this out.
Actually, it's a 1st down and 5 because of the penalty.
And they're at the 45-yard line in PSJ territory. 38 seconds remaining, 1 timeout.
All right. Frankie's going to have a chance.
Frankie's going to throw it. He's going to get it, and it looks like a 1st down.
He's going to call him out. He's going to say that he couldn't get his feet down.
All right.
So it didn't count.
So it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Luna was trying to catch it out there, trying to pick up a 1st down. Yeah, just couldn't quite get it in, it looks like.
Good effort.
Yep.
And again, he was shaken up earlier, so this is good news that he's back in there. Been for a while.
Coach Stroman.
What's that?
I don't know exactly what's going on, but Coach Stroman is talking about the clock. The play clock is down to 9 seconds.
All right.
We got to snap that ball.
They better do it quick. It's down to 4.
Seconds.
2nd down and 10. And Frankie has it. He's going to throw it upfield, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, they were looking at certain things. I'm not sure exactly what was happening, but Coach, you see Coach Sherman at the 40, and he's talking to the official, telling him something. But at this point, I think the issue is you have a 3rd down,
right,
and you have 29 seconds. Now, I think here you go get a 1st down and you run up and you kill it. I think if you're thinking, 2 shots.
Frankie maybe run it.
Right. I mean, you have to at this point.
Yeah, we got to get that 1st down, right?
Yeah, it's going to be
Frankie's going to run it. He's going to try to get to the out-of-bounds marker, and he does, gets the 1st down.
Yeah, he got a 1st down and then goes out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock. That's going to give you 26 seconds on it to get the 1st down. So that's going to give you at least maybe another 10 yards, and then you can easily get 1 or 2 shots. But, one of the things that I'll mention during this play, the last few plays,
right?
Number 99, Jaden James, who already has 2 sacks, I believe, in this game.
Yes.
And a bunch of tackles too, was not out there. He's back in there now, so keep an eye out. And number 99, he's back there now.
Ball at the 40. First down and 10 after that run. Frankie Trevino has it. He's got a pass. Obviously, the receiver's going to go for the sidelines, and he gets down to, what was it, about the 25? Let me double check. You can see the pass.
Yeah, David Garcia with a catch.
Yeah, Garcia's got the catch. Gets out of bounds. And he is at the 22-yard line, so a gain looks like of about maybe 17 on the play.
So you're gonna have shots at the end zone here.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a couple of shots.
Right, you are. Again,
offsides.
It looked on the defense.
Yeah, it looked like it. Watch out from behind.
Yeah, watch out. Frankie has it. He is going to go out of bounds at the 22. Doesn't get much, but was there any penalties?
Yeah, there was a flag. I don't know if they're going to call James offsides, but there is a flag. Let's see what they call.
Offside.
Yeah.
Defense.
Yeah, that was
number
obvious.
99. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Well, you weren't kidding when you said PSJA is letting him back into this one. They have a couple of mistakes. A couple of them have really kind of stacked each other to now make a difference now. Now Weslaco has a real honest opportunity to shoot it into the end zone at least a couple of times.
All right, they're in the red zone. 1st and 5 at the 18-yard line. 12 seconds left, at least 2 plays. There's one, and that's going to be down to about the 9.
Timeout.
Timeout. You can see Coach Stroman come up right away. That's going to be a first down.
Yeah, Coach doing his sprinting that he likes to do at least once a game.
Their 3rd and final time.
He's still got some athletic ability, Coach.
Yeah. So watch this catch by Luna. He gets hit hard. Yeah. That's number 8, Matthew Azuara come up and make a hit. Azuara has been doing a fine job. They did score on him earlier, but he has really settled down and has had a fantastic game. Matthew has.
That was about 8 or 9-yard reception. So you've got 8 seconds left. Time for 2 plays if you do them quick.
I think so. I think you have to, right here, this is your only timeout you have. They're at the 20. You see the coaches there. They're saying, okay, you've got to say, hey, we're going to try this play, and if it doesn't work, then we'll go back and do it. We have 3 tries at this. I think you have 3 tries.
3?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I really do. It depends on what these all have to go into the end zone. They have to go into the end zone. You can't do it anywhere else.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
And they all have to be passing plays, right? You can't really use Frankie's ability running now.
Now Frankie might improvise, and that might have to happen in order to get something going. But boy, yeah, you're right. Maybe 2. Man, I was wishful thinking.
I'm going to go 2. I'd like to see 3, but if we get 2, I think at this level, 2 out of this.
Clock is coming.
Yeah. All right,
Wants
he rolls
to
the right. And it's out of bounds. Intended for Luna.
Yeah.
And we do have 4 seconds left. That's what I thought these plays would take about 4.
Right. So you're going to have one more shot, and then we're going to Luna. Watch Luna. Maybe you'll see pick it up here. He comes up. He wasn't going deep, and he was out of bounds anyway. And in coverage was Alec Flores. I think they're going to double cover Luna. And you're going to have to find something else. You're going to have to.
And keep in mind, even if you get the touchdown, you still got to get the 2-point conversion.
Boy, this game is just like last night's Los Fresnos.
Yes.
Brownsville Veterans game came down to the wire, man.
All right, so we see David Garcia in it running back. Frankie Trevino at quarterback, trips on the right side. It's going to come down to this, folks. He rolls to the right, does have pressure, and he is still rolling. Oh, boy, look, he's back to his own 30. He'll throw it into the end zone. Can they get it? I think it was intercepted.
I think so.
Intercepted.
You had a shot, and number 6, Matthew Gomez, came up with it. A 50-50 ball that would have tied the game. But at the very end, PSJA intercepted at the very end. We'll get to watch this replay. Watch this play by Frankie Trevino. Once get out of it, rolls the other way, says, I'm going to go the other way, and he wants to throw it deep. He has only one shot. And look at the receivers he had. He had an opportunity. Number 9 was there, along with number 6, number 9, Carlos Rocha. It was just...
It was number 6 back there?
Yeah, number 6, he got the interception, Matthew Gomez.
Right.
What a game.
All right, so after getting up to a 14-0 lead, PSJA fights back, wins 24-16. And again, the Panthers in district play, they are now 2-1, and the Bears are 3-0. And of course, next week it's on to Edinburgh again to take on Edinburgh at Richard Flores Stadium. We'll be on the air at 7:30, and again, we'll have all the play-by-play on YouTube, courtesy of KWES. Football Fred, any final words?
Yeah, it's just a fantastic game. It just at the very end, the brave try by the Panthers just come up short.
And coming up, of course, we have our post-game show. Carlos Robledo, along with Mike Gonzalez. Once again, 24-16 in district action, 31-6A. PSJA Bears over the Weslaco Panthers from Bobby Lackey Stadium, Texas National Bank Field in Weslaco, Texas. For Football Fred and the whole KWES crew, I'm Scott Harrison. Stand by for the post-game show, and so long for us until next Friday night.